We live? Yes, I think we're live. Okay, hello everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. I am glad that I'm actually able to stream today. I thought I wasn't going to be able to, but that is fine. Alright, there we go. Alright, chat's loaded. I have sent the going live tweet. I might as well go online. Hey, there's the stream elements. Okay, no. Hello everyone. Thank you, Lapland. Big jump scare. Alright, there we go. YouTube's now loaded up for me as well. Nice. Local cat man escapes by jumping out of a 24-story building. Would it concern you if I said that's not entirely inaccurate? Let me just, while I'm waiting for Discord to catch up with the stream, let me just go through stuff. Nice. I feel like I get more of those rewards than I should be getting. Like, that was only 3 challenges and they weren't like double points or anything. I don't know. Also, I finally got Cardigan after all this time. Like, after joking about how the only operator in that team to just not appear despite being one of the easiest ones to get suddenly arrived. It was kind of interesting. Also, I got hung, I think. Yeah, I think it's hung. Yes. I got the good boy as well. What is that? The next attack instead heals allies. Okay. I'm already working on a on a healer tank anyway. I think. Yeah, I got Gummy. I'll probably work on Gummy first before doing either Cardigan or Hung. Anyway, enough dilly-dallying. Alright, there we go, and now we're live. It waved. Oh, okay, hello. Okay, I need to make sure to... I might actually start off with NL1 just to get it out of the way. Oh no, wait, never mind. No, I'll do those after stream. That's a bit of a waste if I do it now. Don't get distracted by the sexy or we'll be stuck at one node for... No delay till tomorrow? No, I ended up getting back earlier than I thought I would. How many days left? 5 days. Okay, I'm gonna have to speed run these. Well, a speed run is about as fast as I can while reading. Do you need to get hits charges skill? Yeah. Do I need to lower the volume in my headset? I think I'm loud enough on stream. I just couldn't hear myself talk over the rock music. Alright, so... if Kaz Poetry was a knight, then she could be none other than a woman named Viviana. Even though she's from Lifanian, but... well, semantics. Her name shines brightly, whereas Marigold and Moon are like... Okay. Let's have a look at this. Ah, interesting. I wonder if... I'm assuming that one probably goes down to the bottom left. And it's the other one that goes up to the top. But we'll see. Yeah, what is it? E120, that's fine. Oh no, not using the level up squad. God, no. I mean, I could if it was still level 40, but no. Hi. Well, technically I could. Oh no, I haven't got everyone to E140, never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna use the standard group. Oh, I love the guitar. I think I've wasted enough time now. Yep, I've wasted enough time now. Let's get a win. Her very first time entering a knight competition, Viviana Drost earned a title Glimmer Viviana. 3 years later, with her major debut, she became one of the Grands, taking on the honorific title, the Candle Knight. In terms of talent, she's the youngest any of the 10 Grand Knights have ever been. In terms of strength, hers is still growing to this day. She can't be taken lightly. Margaret, are you listening? Yes, I'm just reminiscing some. Oh, she looks so good in the old outfit. The alternative outfit. Match ended. Either holding up... Why did that happen? Hang on, sorry. Something just happened on YouTube. No, seems fine. Okay, something happened in my chat and it made me concerned. Okay. A certain someone always vanished after a match ended, either holing up in her room studying deep into the next opponent's traits, or secretly running off to train her sword hand with Muina. You'll remember us all agreeing to celebrate with a feast. First time Margaret won, and in the end, she let it completely slip her mind. Good evening, Knight. Night Eater. That would be a good title for one of the knights in the major. Not gonna lie. When we found her, she was dragging her battered body, attempting her own arts in the garden. I did want to ask right then, aren't you freezing? It was because my arts can alleviate pain. Alleviate pain too, so ultimately it's not proper treatment. Or else what value would modern medicine even have? I won't argue with that. I know many a doctor that would astonish you. It's thanks to their invaluable techniques that rescuing others is no longer a far-fetched notion. Rhode Island Pharmaceuticals? Or was it those 2 Sarkaz women? Oh, she knows about the 2 Sarkaz women. Both. They're all in the fight against suffering. Come to mention it, Miss Shining and Miss Nightingale went to link up with friends from Rhode Island, didn't they? I'm not sure how they're doing right now. And no matter if they're in the Grand Knight territory, they're still giving all they have to assist the infected. I believe in them. But what I myself must do is unrelated to Rhode Island's will. I can't force this responsibility upon them. Hence why I separated from Rhode Island. Margaret, take a little care of yourself too, when you can. I get the feeling that she says this, but I feel like Rhode Island is going to get pulled into it anyway, seeing as they are here. There's something fine for you to say. If you want to talk mess, Maria, you've been so much worse. Alright, anyhow. What's the plan of action? Oh, what's the plan of action now? I don't think training would have much meaning to you now, personally speaking. But this is your first time in years facing a Grand Knight. Should we have a little exercise? Get back to peak condition? And even if she officially resigns, no one would necessarily believe it. Yeah, true. She would hand in a resignation letter and Amir would just look at it and go like, no. Just get rid of it. If you would, Sophia. Also, hello, Akumado. Brilliant. Maria, you're up. I thought I was fine to just sit and watch. Sit and watch? I didn't ask you to bring your equipment for no reason, did I? Didn't you see what happened last time? Do you want me taking the Radiant Knight alone again? I love the little evil smile she has whenever she's deciding to be mean. Sophia, if she isn't willing, and don't you coddle her? Very well. Wow! Just immediately. you can see the sort of authority she holds there, where even Noel is, oh, okay, never mind. Ignore what I said. Am I sparring with Margaret? I never. When Margaret was competing, you were just a little girl. Though you still are now. Maria? Yes. Let's give our Radiant Knight a little taste of how independent Knight Maria Nell toppled left-hand Knight. Okay. Alright, Margaret, let's go. Very well. See, it's the closing eyes and an opening to say very well. Meeting Maria's gaze, the words of a certain someone suddenly pop into the Radiant Knight's mind. Well, whom? Oh, there is. Has she renounced the path of knighthood? Was it I who made her give it up? Is this Moina perhaps talking? I'm aware. The scheduling for next week's meeting is already in place. Yes, I will not be absent. I assure you, I'll see work delegated to me through. Okay, yeah. Yes, I'm very sorry. No, it's nothing to do with the Radiant Knight. I remain an employee of the company. I'll accomplish whatever business is at hand. It has absolutely nothing to do with my status, sir. Please leave me out of this mockery. They're unrelated to matters and nothing else. Thank you. Alright. I'll see you next week at the meeting. Ugh. I've certainly had phone calls like that in the past. Not quite as soul-crushing, but you know when you have to talk corporate and it's like, ugh. Save me. Oh, there he is. Okay, I wasn't expecting to see him so soon. Someone's a singleton, huh? Is this what the Radiant Knight and her sister do too? Never come back home? Toland, I've warned you. Don't set foot on my carpet whenever you please. I like to imagine it's just like a tiny carpet in the middle of the room. And so he's just like deliberately just standing there on it. Like he probably said it like metaphorically once and he's taken it literally ever since. The Armorless Union's eyes is firmly fixed upon you. Are you planning to drag me down alongside? Now that's beyond my wildest dreams. Relax. As long as they don't fold their big slippery killman in. Slippery killman in. Okay, yeah. How are a bunch of armed lackeys ever going to track me down? Lapland to Mianas, Texas, but cooler. I'm not winning in a fight. This city is under their turf. But if they want to catch me, they'll have to show they want it. Are you asking me to praise your audacity? Now that'd be something else. A high knight praising me. Some lowlife? I wouldn't carry that weight, would I? I am no longer a knight. Not even today, with the Radiant Knight getting her title back. Shamelessness. Why are you here? Come on. I didn't come to the Grand Knight territory just for you, Mr. Knight, sir. But in seriousness, if I could talk you into lending a hand to us, that'd be a fine, fine thing. I regretfully inform you that this matter is already settled. Even though I've given 100% to protecting your little Nell nieces? Even then. Alright, fine. Maybe you really have changed, Weena. I'm just giving you the heads up. I passed by the border of Kava today. Those districts were originally a city of their own, right? You still remember the site we saw when we came back to the GKT together, back when we were young? Miles of camps outside the city knocked together by refugees and the poor bonfires in the evening lighting up the faces of the homeless. Infected, bandits, farmers, workers, even knight nobility thrown into the beasts. If tragedy was a melting pot, there it melted. The sobbing and the anger all mixed together, even as people to the side are being robbed and killed. They just shuffle their bodies around, try to give themselves a better sleep. I know you wouldn't forget. I know you. You've just been angry for too long, lost hope. I won't need you to help me decide. The Armless Union is cleaning out the infected's haunts tonight. Coordinates are on this sheet. And what do the infected knights have to do with me? Oh, Kaz is loaded with the ways they treat the infected. Even if they drive them, take each other's lives like gladiators, they still beat Ursus by a long shot. But the workers infected in the building of the city, farmers infected when they couldn't escape catastrophe, and survivors struggling so they can become knights, they'll die like wretches before your eyes. What the infected will go through will directly impact how public opinion determines the Radiant Knight. And then, in the end, everything you love will be swept into the storm that follows. You don't need to threaten me. What about you, then? I'll help out a bit, as I feel it. If it really comes down to it, I might ask my neck a little. I might risk my neck a little. I was going to say ask. Why did I say ask? Okay. I would love it if, when things get quite, intense and desperate, suddenly Wiener actually shows his face and does something for once. I say that because, the past 3 events has not done anything. Well, the past 3 events in chronological order, I mean. It's just sort of looked there, been judgingly. It would be funny if he comes in and actually kicks ass. I'm going to assume he does, because I'm assuming Obscure Wanderer takes place afterwards, so I'm guessing that's probably the outcome of it. Primus Sylvestris is an important potential partner of ours, and I want to pull them in with us. Sure, they're infected, but they're big fancy knights, just like you, aren't they? And that's about that. I'll give you the final touch of advice, Muina. A final touch, rather. The big picture's coming together. Staying out of it won't get you anywhere anymore. Not gonna lie, this is probably the longest Muina has actually listened to someone, so props to him. His improving there. All present then? that one random infected knight had 0 screen time just then. I mean, they all went pretty quickly, but it was like, plastic, knight, plastic. Immediately. Since when did you have so many people? However many knights have been oppressed, and however many knights however many knights here, rather. Drop the idea that you're the only one who's suffered and wants to rebel. Plastic. Empathy be like, I'm here too. It's like Mike Wazowski in Monster Inc. It's like, oh my god, I'm sorry, man. I'm on TV. Plastic. I've got no prejudice against pets of the General Chamber like you. Can't say how happy I am. Still seeing some will to rebel in your... But I can't say how happy I am, rather, to see... Still seeing some will to rebel in your eyes. Okay, yeah. Everyone still has a trace of it. The unwillingness to drift with the tide. Drifting with the tide's one thing. But this swell's gonna beat us dead clear as day in the darkest dump around. And that's sure as a hell not their call to make. The plan is very simple. 3 years ago, on the day before that major, the moment the 4 cities were about to link up, the core city plant got paralysed by terrorists. In order to merge smoothly, each district already had its own engines shut off. When the core cities dropped when the core city's power dropped out of them in that state, every district was forced to switch over to their independent power systems, which included their city's engines. At that point, in order to stop the districts colliding, the Grand Knight territory was forced to completely scatter apart. The Great Kazmierz separation. Yep. But this time, while the Major's on, we're going to completely cut the lights in all the Grand Knight's territory's arenas. I've heard it multiple times, and it still sounds crazy. Can we really pull this off all on our own? If the Grand Knight territory fell this easily, then Ursus would have razed Kaz to the ground ages ago. I mean, I'm not opposed to that idea too, but we'll get back onto that. Does this tie in with your... what's the name? Spravillivi. Spravillivi? There we go, the Adeptus. Please just use that word. Strange. The Adeptus allowing the separation to rear its scandalous head again. What are they calculating? What? The biggest scandal wasn't getting rode out by the business suits? What's the specific plan? Tomorrow evening, Greynut is taking a team to shock attack the Grand Knight Territory power plant. Ordinarily, it's heavily guarded down there, but on this occasion, the Adeptus are gonna deliberately leave an opening to give us something to exploit. If the Adeptus are willing to help us so much, why don't they just do it themselves? They don't exactly speak in unity. Not just the Adeptus, the Law and Order, National Council, Knights Association, even the General Chamber of Commerce. We've seen our fair share of the volatile human condition. Since when would they ever be so simple? Justina, you go with Ashley. After you complete your mission, cover them while they withdraw. Then rush for the general chamber building 3 kilometers out. Plastic will be there to back you up at the designated spot. As for you, Ivona, you're gonna have to handle the Armless Union. Just what I wanted to hear. The Armless are already watching this place, so we won't get to pull this off so smooth. You've got to find some way to proactively get them into a fight, Ivona. Draw their attention away. Of course, if any elites show up, you've got to hit the brakes, turn tail and scram. Got it. The next time we hold a celebration dinner, I don't want your seat empty. I'll have no one to drink with otherwise. Can you stop talking about drinks? We've established this on the first time. Stop talking about drinking after an event. Stop it. We know what happens when you talk about that shit. I know she's playable, so I'm not that worried, but stop. Relax. As long as you don't mess up and electrocute yourself, I'll be with you to the bitter end. Finally, with the help of a few conscientious reporters, we found a passage to infiltrate the Grand Chamber of Commerce. The entrance to the chamber building's freight elevator is underground. Usually it's only messengers and porters that go through there. Of course, even a freight elevator has its cameras. It won't be as easy as that. But at the time of the last great Cava separation, with the power out, a messenger trapped in the elevator escaped by himself, then got caught by a reporter for an interview. He got into the elevator well through the event, climbed up all the way to the 4th floor meeting rooms. Our objective is the penthouse computer room. Once we steal the data, I'll find a way to immediately upload it to your terminals, and all you can get them. And all of you can get the material. Why is the computer room in a penthouse? That is like peak capitalism here. So that this will work, even if you don't make it out? You can't tell me anything of that sort, Sona. I'm disappointed in you. Even if it succeeds, this operation won't mean anything at all. Not just you. Assaulting the power facilities, facing the Armless Union, not a single aspect of this is safe. You want safety now? If the Armless really do send assassins for us, there'll be nothing but playing hunter. And moreover, we're certain to be the prey. Anyone who's not prepared for this, I suggest you back out right now. Don't drag us down when the time comes. Also, I keep saying it, but I love his the purple knife. It does make me think of something from like CS:GO or Valorant. We have no way out in the first place, Sir Knight. We were prepared for this long ago, because we never even needed to prepare. What we genuinely need, amounts of 2 things. For a CS:GO player, I wouldn't go that far. I don't think he will. He's probably one of the pros that you see with all of the different sponsorship logos, but then gets knocked out of the first match. The truth of Area Zero, the cage for the infected secretly built by the General Chamber. We need to let the whole world know about it. Also, I don't like the fact that you wrote infected wins, but in quotation marks. That usually implies the opposite. I'd rather they win this, please. And the Armless Union's roster. Put it in perspective, even the Adeptus doesn't know how many are on that list. In the worst case scenario, it'll have been a ruse set up by those spy masters in the first place. Oh, yeah, alright, so like terrorist wins, counter-terrorist wins. Okay, yeah, I get what you mean now, sorry. Even so, as long as we succeed in handling these 2 things over to the Adeptus, we can get our legal papers back, and we won't ever be anyone else's playthings again. Originium has been planted. As long as we give the Adeptus a reasonable motive to investigate Area Zero, and the Armless Union, it'll be the best attack they could ever make on the General Chamber of Commerce. Plastic Knight kinda has the vibe of some playable op from games like that. The armor being really more... Yeah, true. Yeah, and I suppose like the dark blue is very sort of like, you know, counter-terrorist force and all that. Win or lose, this is the moment. Plastic Knight, the next Valorant operator. Alright. I like the looks in your eyes. Well then. Anything else weighing on you, Toland Cash? Oh. You want to show your face after eavesdropping for so long, right? Ivana told us already. We won't pull anything on you. What? That is... He's sneaky. I like him. And not just for obvious reasons. It's a bold plan. Infected and night people. Pleased to meet you. Bounty hunter. Flametail, you never mentioned an outsider like this taking part in the fight. You can't stand bounty hunters? I'm very sorry, but I've got my own share of hate for knights. But I imagine the fancy knights now take stock of a situation, especially ones like you, giving up your knighthood for your family. Factually admirable, I tell you. Armor? Ringo, shush. But you merge the R and the at the end, if that helps. So is that why it's a sound? So it's Kazmierz. Something like that, I'm guessing. So what I think is that maybe you might need a little help in other ways, no? That's fine if you don't trust me. For example, a blueprint of the KGCC. Our internal structure? How's it going? It's going good. Where did you get it? There's more ways than you know, miss. But human connections work best. If you want to join in on us, fine, but... Just as an interview, I want to hear your reasons. Reasons? Ah. You can already see the KGCC building from this angle. It's one you can catch from any dim alley in the Grand Knight's territory. I want to see it crumble. It's that simple. Why? Have you ever been one of those villages? Have you ever been to one of those villages hammered by taxation and catastrophes? I've been. I've seen them fight over things. I've seen them run fugitive. I've seen them pass on. Man's playing Robin Hood here at the moment. I've been to many a place. Sounds like you've got plentiful experience. Don't look at me. I thought he was a decent sight from the beginning, right? Did he? I can't say no without laughing. No objection. It's your call. He's just going to keep his mouth shut. Alright then. Welcome to the club, Mr. Toland. Oh, okay. Oh god, we're going to see gravel. Doctor. You're working hard, nodding greeting, burning the midnight oil? I'm alright. All the medic operators have been out hard at work too. The infected knights. I thought they were a special case in Kazmierz, rather. But they number far more than I imagined. They even have scarring from beast bites. It's precisely because of this that ordinary hospitals are so hesitant to accept wounded infected for treatment. However... No, I can't shake this feeling that something, somewhere, isn't normal. There's nothing wrong with building an infected treatment facility in an isolated district, but the people who've accepted treatment, they've all been knights. If it were just for handling infected knights, they shouldn't have needed to go to so much trouble. What I mean is, there might be quite a few infected knights, but how many people is this nomadic platform able to contain? The other sections, the workers won't let us near them, but what are those areas doing? Let me worry about this. I'll ask Gravel if she knows anything. You need to get some rest first. Alright. If there are any other Kaz names you are curious pronounce, I'll ask my friend again. Okay, thank you for that. Don't push yourself too hard, Doctor. The Adeptus Knights might be treating us politely thanks to our ties with Miss Nell, but this is still Kazmierz core at the end. That's right. Where's Gravel? Isn't she staying at your side? I asked her for some company info on the KGCC. If I can, I want a meeting with the spokesperson and our partners. Ah, but given you're the one requesting it... Doctor, you have to be careful when you're dealing with those business people. I've been hearing all sorts of rumours from the Knights these past few days. Ah, that's right. I heard about Nell's performance. Quite a few of the infected Knights coming for treatment are fans of hers. Honestly, this event makes you really respect how much the Doctor puts in. I'd known the Radiant Knight held weight in Kazmierz, but never imagined this scale. I hear Nell's sisters old enough to fight in the night competitions, so actually she must be older than me even. If we get the chance, I'd really like to meet her. Hey, Hibiscus! Kazmierz, you're here too, Doctor. Ah, Hibiscus, any news? Well, it's a little hard for me to put. The knights who came in today were talking about demonic treatment. The shady doctor from Kazdel and the like. Oh, we wouldn't advertise like that, would we? To be honest, it should be the health administering maestro from Kazdel anyway. I'll consult Gravel and the spokesman. How did it end up like this? Oh, but getting a little famous isn't so bad either. I've been here a while and you do get to see some faces from time to time. Wow. Wow, that's rude. With such frequent injuries, it seems like competing as a knight isn't much of an easy job. But I did previously tend to an infected who was seriously hurt, and I haven't seen him for the past few days. Who knows how his recovery's been going? Do you mean Mr. Silverlamp Knight? Right. And after I finished basic treatment, he got hauled off by a Knights Association person. I don't know where he's gone. Ah, I see someone waving at me. I need to head over right away. Amiya, don't forget to ask what's going on with that for me. These infected knights look permanently exhausted going by their faces. Some may have won matches, gotten considerable prize money, but still can't muster their spirits at all. It's not like I've never seen this look before, it's just like fighting to the death has filled their entire lives to the point they could burst. And they can't bear even the slightest hope for optimism. The infected knight competitions are simply treating the infected as entertainment products. I'm starting to understand a little what Nell is here for. Ah, come in. Doctor, are you always so busy in here? Oh, there he is. Doctor, about that meeting you mentioned last time, I've gotten it all set up and ready. Oh? Am I interrupting yours and Miss Amia's conversation? It's perfectly fine, Mr. Malkovitz. A few medical corporations collaborating with Rhode Island are deeply interested in your firm's services and technology. Of course, even with a mind for simple friendship, they'd still love to have dinner with you. However, if you'd allow me to warn you, if Miss Amia is to participate, she is ultimately infected, and I worry you'll be treated in unneeded ways. It's alright, I'm already used to it. My apologies. By the way, Doctor, here's the business magazine you mentioned before. I didn't expect you to take such interest in Kazmierz's economic situation. Do you plan to open a subsidiary in Kazmierz? I've heard your firm keeps a branch office in our nation. Huh? Doctor, our branch office shouldn't have been officially communicated to the Adeptus yet, right? Did they already investigate their way to it? I did want to get a look at you regard. I just wanted to get an idea of the chamber. You've made the right choice. I myself only recently began to understand them, but if you truly want to figure out the general Chamber of Commerce, you won't go wrong starting with the commerce part. But something seems to be wrong. What's on your mind? There was an accident with an infected passed away on the field not long ago. I'm not casting judgment on this incident itself. I'm saying the force of public opinion is greater than we can imagine. I'm no professional at all, but I think of, and you understand better than me, an infected dying from overcasting in the arena, inviting uncontrollable danger, and how great that danger is. Despite it being, in my eyes, near deliberate harassment, an unjust confrontation, the matter of fact is, barbs of the masses from far and wide are aimed at the infected. I worry whether it might affect our corporation, my Rhode Islander friends. I find it hard to gauge this guy. I find it hard to tell how much of it is him just trying to do well and how much of it is him trying to do good. If you get what I mean. Mr. Malkovitz, it's not the first time the infected have been through something like this, and it won't be the last. In places beyond Kazmierz, what infected go through far surpass what you've seen. A partner of mine, from before I was a spokesman, was once the Rose Paper Union's executive director of publishing. He works technically with a gun in his head for 24/7, yeah. True, she does do that. But I'm not sure if that's something she always does, or if it's something she avoids doing, because it does sometimes seem like it, but I don't know. It's episode 2 about how to pronounce words with dark armor, yeah. Yeah, wish me luck. I quickly came to recognize the terror of gossip, Miss Amia, Doctor. Perhaps opinion as of late will impact your work. I'll do my best to placate the moods of the workers and those receiving treatment. I think he's generally trying to be a good person at least. He's the least corrupt in the country and try... Yeah, he does give me the vibe of, you know, a corporate person with a soul. I don't think it's been long enough for him to lose that part of him, so I think it's still... If anything, he's really just a more confident version of what he was like in the Maria Null event, so it's sort of... I'm still holding out hope for him. Thank you very much, Mr. Malkovitz. It's the least I can do. It seems I still have a little time today. Doctor, did we have an appointment prior? If you're free, do let me tour you around Kazmierz a bit. Can we come with us? I'll just ask flat out. Of course, so long as the formalities and credentials are in hand, an infected such as Miss Amio is free to act as she wishes. I'll be fine. I still need to check in with all our medic operators too. Appropriate rest is very important, Miss... Oh, appropriate rest, not appropriate. different meaning. Appropriate rest is very important, Miss Amia. Additionally, the patient who just arrived is the last for today. Really? Well, then, we'll meet downstairs in 10 minutes. Oh god, it's Team Rocket. Okay. Malkovitz has gotten real close to Rhode Island lately. Oof. That's not good. The board of directors hasn't classified Rhode Island as a target, which can only mean Darksteel has a different view of Rhode Island. Do we know for sure if the Doctor is uninfected? He always is wearing the outfit. The way people treat him compared to the others makes it seem as though they don't consider him infected. So either it's hidden, or like not easily seen, or he just isn't. But then again, I don't entirely think the Doctor is exactly like other people either. I think it's probably something different. Well, I say he, but he in my mind. Only woke up now. Did I miss the stream's first stage? Nope, we're still on the cutscene before the stage. The three of them have foresight a mile better than the average suits. How many years have they hung around in Kazmierz? What's the point? They're still just pawns of the KGCC. Sometimes foresight means forget beating the rules that don't benefit you. You've got to learn to use them. Join them. I guess technically she is there. Well, yeah, sometimes I like to clarify that I say he purely because of that's just how I automatically do it. Because sometimes people get confused. Kind of like with Undertale, where people immediately just saw the character how they saw it, and then suddenly it got really confusing online. Although, to be fair, Arknights has been out for a while now. I don't think there's ever going to be that confusion. It's just me being pedantic. Yeah, of course a young batch of the, oh, look at me, look at my glory, knights aren't going to approve of that argument. But it's everywhere. And if you want the truth of society, there it is. What makes your theory so different from all those corporate employees? Well, the difference is, we're strong enough. Don't see the logic. Let's just get back to business. To defeat the Huns. The board's already made a decision. VOV, the infected purge order. Too soon? I told the people upstairs about the infected knights' plan to riot, after all. Make them realise in advance. Let them be aware the Grand Knight territory is about to face an infected attack. That's the only way we'll get any space made to operate. Oh then. We're still tidying a few infected as appropriate. Could have saved your breath from the start. We've got to do what we've got to do. And if we don't do it with enough smarts, we'll invite our own killers in. There sure aren't any heroes in Kazmierz. Look at the bustling street before us. Who'd waste the energy standing off with this city? You think about it, Arknights is an isekai since the player is a doctor. Huh. Yeah. That. Yeah. Ooh, that's an interesting line. Everything looks normal, but there's a very unique characteristic about your blood. Oh, interesting. I wonder if there's more about that somewhere else. Kazmierz's champions, they still carry the people away in this day and age. Truly wondrous. You want to say it's because I'm old, don't you? I would never regard you in that matter. Your Excellency, these documents are classified by the Adeptus. We're handing them over to Rhode Island. I haven't reached senility yet. That wasn't my meaning. Ceremony. Yes. I hear you never actually offered your patriarch your true name. We simply have hold on your name. Haven't yet earned your loyalty. Your Excellency, Grand Knight, I was sold as a slave into Kazmierz. No more. I'm deeply honoured I could receive the appreciation of the master of the house, but how can someone like me ever have anything to do with the act of offering a true name? Wait, she's still... Oh, I didn't realise she was still a slave. I see. You've been in contact with Rhode Island for a time now. How's it been? I believe myself to have already earned a portion of Rhode Island's trust. That's not what I mind at all, Xenomi. What I mind is, has Rhode Island won your trust? Campaign Knight's a serviceman. You're abiding strictly to your duties, fighting bravely for Kazmierz. You're still so young, why constrain your own mind? All we can give the young is the kindling. It's up to you to light the fire. Damn, an older person who actually knows what they're talking about. You don't like Rhode Island? But no, it's just... If we suppose providing care to the infected like that is justice, then what Kazmierz, the Adeptus, have been doing for so long, how are we meant to regard that? How are we meant to regard? Okay. Go and find out yourself. You've still got a long, long road ahead. The Armless Union's begun to move. I assume before the Major hits fever pitch. They want to eliminate the infected threat. Do they really plan to hold a massacre inside the city? They have cause to. The infected are indeed planning an attack on the General Chamber's tower. That's not an easy thing to handle. Margaret Nell. He resembles her grandfather quite a bit. She's very unlikely to stay out of this. She's also an exceptional case. Whether the infected or the armless, they hide outside the rules drawn up by themselves, and so suffer the cruelest struggles. The Radiant Knight has managed to pierce into this barrier, pierce into the den of horror that calls itself the night competitions. The Nells wouldn't raise an uneducated knight. By all rights, she should know what she's doing, no better than ailing water with a glass. And so, the Adeptus decided to grant her one chance to humiliate the business suits, one chance to let the knights prove themselves. They are going to give every ounce of support to the Radiant Knights Championship bid. Welcome one and all. Welcome to the Kazmierz National Arena, and welcome to the site of the Major today. I'm your old buddy Great Mouth Mob, honoured to host this match you've all been waiting for. Oh, I've never seen passion swell as high as this. I've got to tell you some juicy data. The match hasn't even started, and the number of people watching has already cemented itself as the major's highest yet. And at the same time, over the match, we'll be drawing lots for 10 lucky people here in the audience. These 10 winners are going to get their hands on an assigned tie-in souvenir each. Imagine it's literally a tie. I like Mob, to be honest. He's literally just a dude. He's just a guy. I imagine while I don't voice him this way, I imagine he probably sounds like a lot of those American sports commentators, you know, like you see in like baseball and all that. No time to waste. Get your greatest rounds of applause. Out of the legends of the ancient family comes history's youngest champion. Give a warm welcome to the Radiant Knight, Margaret Nell. There she is. The Radiant Knight Margaret Nell, returning to the field with a celestial beauty. In just a few short weeks, she's seized qualification to join on the major. And it doesn't end there. Today, she'll see this major's first clash of Grand Knight on Grand Knight, with the honour of the P, the H, and the E on their titles. That's all you need to hear to know that what these knights are about. Reminds me of Michael Buff, the "Let's get ready to rumble." Yeah, it really does. It's true. Great Mouth always reminds me of Present Mike for. Oh yeah, he would actually kind of sound like he would make me think of Present Mike, especially in the actual sport event arc. Although to be fair, he's also got the same hair as Present Mike. That's probably what. Margaret Nell the Radiant Knight. Today she faces her opponent, the Light of Elegance from Lefanian. She's been nominated the most popular knight over and over. 18 individual honours to her name. And if that wasn't enough, her first ever competition, she beat Froskull Knight to become the greatest of dark horses. She was runner-up in the last major duels, not to mention her popularity. Utterly uncontested number 2 in the nation. Dark Horse? What's Dark Horse mean? Dark Knight? The Black Knight? It just means someone really strong. I imagine it's probably just bonked to the top of the other guy's helmet. It's like, it means someone really strong. Kazmierz is just like, she is hot, we like her. Yeah, pretty much. Her name! Ooh, the red-hot crowds is already beginning to chant her name. Welcome, the Candle Knight, Viviana Drost. Good evening, Radiant Knight. Good evening. The cacophony of voices seems to gradually abate. And in that moment, the two knights nod at each other. So it's like the average Genshin fan. you make a good point there. Light and heat, weaving and twining in response to the title. Radiant Knight, are you proud of who you are? Of course. As a knight or as an infected? As Margaret Nell? Common answer. Were you aware? Truthfully, I was the bastard daughter of a Lefanian noble. Hey, bastards unite. Oh. Well, in a way, I kind of see Dark Horse as being like you know when they say a black sheep, or they're the black sheep of a family or of a company or whatever. Like that's kind of the way I view it, because They make it out as if it's a good thing, but it kind of has the undertone of we don't like that this person got popular so quickly, or we don't like that this specific person got so popular. There, at the top of that spire, I couldn't even hear the human clamour of the city down below. I couldn't hear the peddlers market their wares, nor the cars roll across the surface. Every night the darkness enveloped me, from each and every direction. However, my mother would bring me, in secret, wax candles. Wax candles? Electric lights tend to be easy to spot, don't they? And that noble household always kept so many ornamental candles around. No one would ever notice if a few went missing. I kind of hope that she's playable, not gonna lie. By the candlelight, I would read poems, novels, prose from all nations. They were full of magic. In those days, I read a fair share of books. Oh wait, she's not playable? Oh, I assumed she was. Oh, damn it. Does Terra even have regular horses? You know, now that I think about it, do they have any regular animals? Because the animals in the previous event, the collab event, were kind of like Avatar animals in a way. You know, as in like Avatar The Last Airbender, where they seemed like mixes of different animals. So maybe it wouldn't be the same. Yeah, books depicting knights. Once the waves washed away, once glory and life together faded. The world and all its beings fallen from zenith to nadir, becoming dust. Once the forge belched its flames, once catastrophe descended, once families and old friends all let this be forgotten. The last night upon this great land, all alone, faced the swells as dark as night, began to charge. A night novel, as opposed to a light novel. A fabricated romance, only meant to stir people's imaginations, correct? Radiant Night. Since becoming a knight, what is it that you've wanted to do? And what should a knight do? The two knights seem to be conversing in their pre-match moments. The atmosphere is so friendly, anyone would hate to shatter it. But in the end, a match is a match. Knights, to your position, please. Okay, I like that he also respected that as well. He was like, wow, okay, these two people are being very sportsmanlike. Okay, but now we've got to fight. Like that was quite nice of him. That was the identity I came to Kazmierz with, practically banished to this nation. So, simply so I could live on. I chose to become a knight. To be frank, when I realised that winning matches, earning popularity, was all it took to become a knight, I was disappointed. And in these years, I've never felt much of anything genuine. As if my days making a living in Kazmierz aren't even as rich as my time hidden in the spire. Damn, she went from damsel in distress to a knight and would prefer to be the damsel in distress. That's how you know it's bad in corporation land. 4th anniversary stream is on Saturday. Oh, is it? Oh, I might have to postpone my Saturday stream then for a little bit to watch it. Ah, I need to ask for permission to watch it though as well. But you're different. When I came to Kazmierz, the Radiant Knight had already been banished. But as a knight, I always hear all kinds of anecdotes about you. You do invite curiosity. If you disdain the knight competitions of now, what goal do you pursue by participating? It's simply to take this championship, prove something. Back then, at the time, that was indeed my belief. If everyone's gazes had diverted from glory, I would go to where they focused most and tell them all knights still remain. Oh, you don't need permission from HD to watch it. Are you sure? I thought you did for live. Although I suppose, to be fair, it's not like I'm a big streamer, so it doesn't really matter if I did anyway. At the time, after I left Kazmierz, I travelled to places, and by no means was I free from bewilderment. But by the end, I'd chosen my own justice, my own faith. To rescue the infected? Yes, but not that alone. So this is your definition of a knight. If you demand an answer, I once told my sister as much, and to this day I've still never amended this notion. To be a knight is to be the noble light that illuminates the land. Didn't she say that in, didn't she also say that in Chernobog? Wasn't that, like, the thing that she said when kicking ass, to be frank? The Candle Knight and the Radiant Knight, then. Now that is a match that'll light up every corner, don't you think, V? I love these two so much. Hey, old bones. Why have you been out of sorts lately? What's wrong? Did that Knight's Mora end up being your long-lost love child, or what have you? Oh god, how do I say that? Is it Spadash? I don't know. What the hell nonsense are you talking? Hold on. Maria's not here? She wouldn't miss her sister's match for the world. Should be right on her way. I'll go and look for her. Uh-oh, what's happened to Maria? What's happened to Maria? Don't do this to me. What's happened to her? Is she a playable character? I don't need to ask that now. Illuminate the land. Also, why does it matter if she's a playable character? Himiko's a playable character. That didn't mean shit. Okay. Anyway. Not all people can illuminate the land, Radiant Knight. Most are but tiny candle flames, barely enough to light the way on their own lives. The storm rocks us. In this age, a candle flame is indistinct. People have lost their selves. And what frightens me is they aren't even conscious of it. Knowing this full well, why must you still... Are you doubting yourself, Viviana? You can call me by my name. You call me by my name, rather. Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, she literally just did, but no, okay, no, I misread that. You call me by my name, rather. That may be who you really are. The Candle Knight is no more than a title upon you. People's fates are not decided by their births, Viviana. In my view, you are an outstanding knight. Speaking in Lifanian. If your faith truly is as unshakable as the sun, allow such a meager candle flame as myself. Try and rest the moment of your rays. You know, it would be great when I get to play in Iberia, and whenever they write Iberian, I can literally just speak in Spanish.
Let's go.
I'll take the lead. The rest is up to you guys.
Ah, that's annoying.
Forwards. Speeding up.
I'll put... and then probably her down.
Got it.
Oh, hello.
Here, are you afraid of me?
Ah, that's awkward.
Doctor, leave the...
Oh, that looks like a big death ray. Phew.
I'll charge the... Kick ass! There we go.
His...
Speeding up.
just shoot! God fucking damn it. Oh god, this is going wrong.
Let's begin. Understood.
Oh, I see where the nuke is. Okay, she can tank it, but... no. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Okay. I can deal with this. I think I can do this with the group that I have. I just need... let me have a look. So she's lacking in physical defense. That makes sense. I'm not going to put Scaviel down where I put her. I'm actually going to save her until I can get that tile open, and then I'll put her there and just have her whack Viviana into oblivion. I'm also going to place Red. She gives up invisibility while using her art, which I think means I can just drop her down. I'll have to see about that though. I might also bring... guitar. Red has no invisibility. It's not about her having invisibility, it's about Viviana. Her invisibility disappears. And that's the thing, you can cancel the charge with a stun. Oh, actually, yeah, okay. I may... Wolf airdrop 82 minutes, yeah. So I might do that. I wonder if her redeploy would be fast enough that I can drop her down, cancel the thing, then have a dip, and then her redeploy will have completed by the time she starts charging up her next ult. That might be the play there. I'll just need to make sure that I always have 9 DP. Okay, I think I'll try with this first. And I think what I might do is... Texas can cancel too. That is a good point. Yeah, I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put her down. Ah, yes. Okay, so I definitely will put Texas there to do that. And also use... Yes. I wish there was somewhere that I could put more. I wonder. There she is. I'm just going to do that, just for the sake of it. Oh, that's the wrong place for it, though. Okay, I need to quickly do this. There we go. Oh, no! Nearly fudged that. Okay, she's gonna die, but that's probably not fine. Yeah, it's not. But I will do this, and that will save it. Nope.
Here, I hear someone crying.
Nice. Okay, I'm actually not going to do that just yet. I kind of need to... Aha! There we go.
I'll take the lead. The rest is up to you guys.
Draw swords. I'm right here, Doctor.
Oh, you make an excellent point. Lava.
Come on. Got it. Shut up.
I thought I got rid of Lava for some reason. I thought I swapped her out with someone else.
Hurry up. What are you waiting
There we
for?
go.
Dead can't save you.
Nice.
Mission accomplished.
I feel sorry for Candle Knight. I feel sorry for Viviana. That was oof. Viviana Drost. That's your name. You are the shame of the family. If other nobles find out about you, you will become their weapon used to attack your father. And then she became a knight of an entire nation. You should have been exiled in secret or killed outright. The spire should have never have heard your cries. Wow. Rude. Yet you were brought here to Kazmierz. You were entrusted to a Kazmierz campaign knight to raise. Sounds like a better family to me, to be honest. Your identity should have stayed hidden, but there is nobody here to hide your identity. Most of Terra is trash. Yes, true. It's as though everyone wanted you to live out in the open, unconcealed. How respectable, yet sorrowful. Your noble father, your nameless mother. They both love you so. I'm not entirely sure if that's accurate. Ow! Ah! Fucking flashes. Jesus. Ugh. Candle flame and shadows. What a surprise. You seem to have a good inductive reasoning of arts phenomenon. When a room is illuminated by only a single candle, the candlelight will naturally draw our attention more so than anything else. Yet it is the shadows of everything around that truly engulfs us. Impressive techniques, Viviana. Not even my light can shine upon you. Please, allow me to apologize. What? Out of courtesy, I should call you by your name too, Miss Margaret. Who's redacted? What do you mean redacted? Whomst are you talking? Is this really is this really the A Knight competition? It looks like neither of the knights are in a rush to slaughter opponent for a win. On the contrary, you could say the scene is like an elegant, aristocratic social gathering. But even so, you see those arts. The Candle Knight's lightning-quick sword hand. Did it just engulf all of that light? Have you read Lingering Echoes? Not yet, I don't think. No, it was Heart of Surging Flame. Yeah, no, I haven't read Lingering Echoes. Is the Radiant Knight's endless radiance starting to wear thin? Just a small candle flame. That's right. It's just a tiny candlelight. But check out its surroundings. Flame is engulfed by the darkness around. And it's that unlit darkness, not the candle's light, that's drawing our attention. Rather than that tiny glow, you could say the candle knight is controlling the shadows underneath that light. Honestly, this guy is really good at his job as well. Like, he's really good at seeing what's happening and being able to convey it. Like, Mans is intelligent. TOW. Oh, Twilight of Woolmond. I've started doing that one. But by started, I mean I've done stage 1, that's it. But hand it to them. This isn't something you often see in our matches, not even the finals. Their arts are calm and elegant, but there's no mistake that these arts are of the highest caliber. That's the Radiant Knight, Margaret Nell, and the Candle Knight, Vivian Drost, we know and love. I mean, you got to know the game to become a decent commentator, right? Yeah, obviously, yeah. It's just, I don't know, I mean, there's something about him that I just really like in the way that he talks about it. I suppose it's probably a little bit more because the night competitions are a lot more complex than most of the competitions we have in our world. So I suppose there is a lot more to talk about, a lot more to know, a lot more context to know and things like that. I suppose mixed sports, like mixed martial arts and stuff like that, would probably require a lot more, you know, a lot of in-game knowledge. I don't think the KGCC would pick a mid-commentator. True. Then again, though, can you imagine how much this guy must have been sweating when he was told that he was doing the main event? Because in the Maria Nell event, he was only doing the preliminaries, and then he was offered to do the main event. It was like, what, me? Maria? Maria! Oh god, what's happened to her? Where is she? She's not at the bar. She's not at home. No. Ugh. Why am I... You? You're that... The Armless Union. Oh, calm down. As long as you promise you won't make a fuss, we won't do anything to you. After all, if the Null family's precious little baby got hurt, the Radiant Knight and Muina wouldn't just sit around and not do anything. Want to make Margaret forfeit? Something like that. Do you know what happened to Brasrust? The infected, the talk of the town right now. Can you imagine what would happen if, under these circumstances, the Radiant Knight ends up taking the crown? Your sister just has to be a good girl and let the Candle Knight win. That will save all of us the headache. Save us all the headache, rather. Pretty simple, don't you agree? Margaret isn't going to forfeit. Did you know, Maria Nell? Kazmierz is like a tower. If you stand at its base and look up at the top of the spiraling staircase, you will never, ever see its end. V, Koval, Marcin. Maria might have been... What happened to Maria? He's going to actually do something. Hang on, was he already looking for her? Was that why he was there? I have wondered for a long, long time. What are we suffering for? Compared to the farmers of Ursus' barren soil, the refugees escaping Bolivar's flames of war. Isn't Bolivar the Brazil place? And the merchants making their way across Sargon's endless golden sands. What's funny about Muina is how ludicrously tall he looks compared to... Yeah, true. Also, I like how the way he acts in the story is very similar to what you would expect. Well, not what you would expect. Very similar to what he is like in-game. Like, you put him down and he won't attack until you activate his skill. Like, he's very much just waiting until something happens. Or basically until he's made to do something. And that is basically just what he does in the story. He's like, you know, yeah, he's just ignoring it while everyone else is fighting. And then it's like, oh, is it my turn to do something? Okay. End everyone. Okay, back to the book. Are we not enjoying our lives? No. Ursus has nobles living their high lives. Bolivar has war profiteers swimming in money. And Sargon's golden city must be one of the most prosperous metropolises in the world has ever seen. Muina is more like an antagonist to Maria and Margaret, but he's not a bad person. Obscure Wanderers, an amazing story. Yeah, I do actually need to see that one. Yesterday is like Ibiza. That does make sense. In that case, what is the source of Kazimierz's suffering? As knights, as Kazimierzians. It's such a difficult word to say. How are we to handle these tragedies hidden from view? No. To start, am I really a knight of Kazmierz? Should I have stayed in Lifania, writing poems and songs amid flowers and accordion melodies? When did Lifania become French? Oh, hello. Why the long face? Why don't you try your hand at writing a few poems? With how popular you are, I can get in touch with a few publishers. Your fame and talent will... Me? I'm afraid I can't. You're being humble again. Lifania is German. More accurately, it is based on Austria-Hungary. Oh, that would explain the accordion. No, this isn't humility, McKee. I might have gone numb. I thought I had left Lifanian and left that spire behind. It wasn't until afterwards that I realized this. The spire is still there. It has always been there. It's the prison she took with her. It has always stood above all suffering and tribulation. Ah, fucking flashbangs. Margaret, when you set a tall, magnificent spire ablaze, how far away can the masses see the smoke? Flames cannot burn away the contradictions in their hearts. I love how they're fighting whilst waxing poetry and spouting bullshit. The masses can see the black smoke from far, far away, but it may once have been their homes, the lands on which they survived. In that case, I truly don't understand. How does a knight like you return to Kazmierz, if not for a change of heart? What is your objective? It's just as you said, Viviana. Times are changing, but that does not mean what we once considered virtuous and righteous must change. I came back because I must remind the Knights of Kazmierz, as well as those who are here in this country. I am here to remind them of the long-forgotten glory. Remind? How will you remind Kazmierz of anything, given its current state? You want an answer from me, but I'm afraid I don't necessarily have that right. This isn't something that can be done through a simple conversation. My, you really can read minds with your arts? I'm only grasping more and more of your honesty by the minute. Also, you asked me what I saw in my years of exile. I've witnessed the greatest tragedy the world has seen. I've seen the infected struggles at death's door. I've seen great cities crumble and fall as catastrophes rains down upon them. Is that the suffering you've seen in this world that you pity? I have excellent companions. No, excellent doesn't adequately describe... Excellent doesn't adequately describe them anymore. They possess a brilliant shine, a testament to their ideals, rather, but still. So why don't you join Rhode Island and become a playable operator? You'd really like it there. You know, come on. Come on. It's true, I was once lost, Viviana. Viviana slowly falling into Nell's harem. All the more reason to become a playable character. Anyone would be lost if they had taken the crown and been exiled at your age. But things are different now. At the end of my long journey, I found friends whom I can trust. I've realised where my beliefs lie. I'm alone no longer. Margaret... Oh, sorry, someone else talking. Margaret lodges her long sword into the ground. Without sound, the knight's radiance emanates throughout the arena, with gold seemingly flowing through her eyes. She will become the lighthouse and foundation of everything here. She will stand solemnly in this place till she ceases, perhaps even till the ends of time. Even if no one has walked the path she alone illuminates, there is nothing to fear anymore. Report, Platinum, ma'am. We've already informed the Knights Association. However, the match is still ongoing. I sure wish the Knights Association would get on with this already. Otherwise, her sister's going to have to suffer. I told you, Margaret isn't going to forfeit. No biggie. I'm sure she won't be in any mood for her next match when she sees your fingers laid out side by side at your family's front door. Look at your eyes, so defiant. You're a weird one. No, both you and your sister are weird. You may come from a famous line of heroes, but do you know how many lackeys the General Chamber has here in the Grand Knight territory? So you have the Radiant Knight and Muina. The two of them together might put up a little fight, but what can they really do? Can they really take on the thousands of assassins here at the GKT and escape legal liability? I don't remember you being such a talkative gal. Are you nervous? Ooh. Damn, she knew how to clap back. Maybe. Okay, I forgot how honest she was. I mean, before, all I had to do was draw my bowstring, aim, and let go. Then my target would die after a quick flash of pain. These orders I've been getting, though... Not only do I have to go after kids now, I also have to arm wrestle with the Radiant Knight. Work sucks. Bantering with your captor, yeah. Is there like the opposite of Stockholm Syndrome, where instead of identifying with your captor, you just piss them off more and more? The Armless Union has really gone to hell lately, hasn't it? Report. Did the Radiant Knight give up? No, it's just E7 and E9 didn't answer during a regular check-in just now. Why are you standing there then? Get ready to fight. All units, deploy immediately. Secure vantage points A1, A2. Don't give the target a chance to escape. Numbers 3 and 4, cover me. We'll deal with the infiltrators. It's like... I like this, like, Sophia and Muina are like, she's in trouble, isn't she? Alright, let's get the old squad. We're going to destroy everything. Unless it's Pinus. It could be Pinus, but I really want to believe it's Sophia, Muina, and the old fart. I really want to believe it's them. I think it's called turning yourself into a potential casualty or liability. I mean, I would still do it though. I am a danger to everyone and myself if it was to ever come to being captured by someone. An explosion. They aren't at least a bit worried about the hostage, are they? No, that's not right. They're not here to rescue Maria. Hostiles in the smoke. Watch for attacks. Ugh. Oh, he's dead. DD. Oh, not dead. He'll probably be unconscious because it's rubber arrows, isn't it? DD. Yes. Delivery cart. I swear to God, everyone has said that now. The second time. Yeah. Well, hello, armless lackeys. Infected knight? Huh? And she runs. Oh, huge backflip. Look at that distance. You're a nimble one, huh? Uber Eats Justice Knight. It's delivering something, but it ain't a burger. Maria Nell, what are you doing here? It's you. Hey, can you move? Yes. I don't know what's going on, but I ain't about to complain if this means the Radiant Knight's gonna owe me a favor. Wow. Let's get out of the way first. It's a serious crime to assault the Armless Union. Not in the legal sense, but whatever. Actually, that's the funny thing. You can technically destroy the Armless Union, but technically speaking, there's no law against it because they technically don't exist. You can run away if you want, or if I don't stop them here, they will keep going after my sister. Phew. Not a bit of hesitation. I'm starting to like you. Too bad, though. I'm gonna have to... Oh, too bad, though. I'm not gonna have it on my consciousness to drag anybody into our fight against the Armless. Besides, I get the feeling Sona's pretty fond of you. You'll have to do this another time. Poland? What? And he's dead. Who are you? Come with me. Oh, come with me, will you, young lady Nell? Oh, by the way... Oh, by the by, rather. You and your uncle are nothing alike. Just gotta throw in a little bit of shade while rescuing. Oh, nice, hello. Oh, but who are these knights responding to? Report to the Adeptus. It's confirmed. The Armless Union and the infected knight skirmish has begun. Maria Nell's been taken away too. It will do as long as the Radiant Knight match goes uninterrupted. Over. Okay, that seems like they're on the Adeptus side. Because that implied that they want the match to be uninterrupted. How long has it been since the match started? No one in the arena today has ever seen two knights duel like this. Even arts laymen can tell right away these are on another level. This is a battle of light. There's no doubt this has become the theme of this match. A weak candlelight versus full-blown radiance. Up till 9 o'clock, we've had 2 million viewers watching this match via the intercity net. Other means. 2 million? How big is this city? They say intercity net as well. That means it's only within the city. I suppose other means probably could be from other places, but wow. For the first time since the 22nd Major, when the Radiant Knight took her title, we've broken the highest concurrent viewer record. There are countless viewers watching Margaret's heroics right this moment. 2 million viewers, that's a heck of a live stream. Tell me about it. I mean, Grand Knight's territory is 3 cities stuck together. You do make a good point. It's multiple cities combined to hold the major. Right, okay, so it's not just one city. They come together when doing... Okay, I see. Ah, what a shame. I wish we lived in one of those sci-fi novels where fans from the other countries could watch this match live. Wow, they really added that in, didn't they? Wow. Ah, yes. The sci-fi. Sci-fi of being able to live in our world. God, could you... This guy's mind would explode if he knew about the World Cup. Or hell, even like UEFA or something. Even the American ones like NFL and whatever what's it called? Super Bowl or whatever the hell your fake football is called. Like imagine their minds would explode. Imagine if we had the... God, yeah, imagine if they had the internet. Oh my god, could you imagine if the people of Arknights had the internet, like the actual internet across the world, not just intercity net? Oh, that would be... They would probably... That would be interesting, let's say that. The giant rays of light clash again. How blindly bright. How blindingly bright, rather. But amidst the rolling waves of light, that's right, the Candle Knight remains unscathed. Phew. Brilliant, Viviana. With light and shadows, you've weaved an incredible swath of land. I am honoured that my little candle flame could hold the radiant night down so long. But you don't seem to be giving it your all. Are you perhaps worried about your family? What you are doing is contradictory, Margaret. A certain mercenary would love it. I mean, hey, if it's any consolation to Mob, there's been at least another couple of thousand players watching this through the game. It's true. You take such pride in having wonderful companions, but the course you have charted for yourself will cause you to leave your friends behind. Perhaps one day, your sister will meet her fate in one of the Armless Union's conspiracies, and the General Chamber will stand in your way, whichever you will be. Viviana. When the knight charged towards the endless waves, did you imagine that he was trying to overcome the entire world? Ah, so you're familiar with that knight legend. My sister's a big fan of the book. Centuria's been ambushed by the infected. It was Wildmane. If she can't take care of the likes of Wildmane, then she should hand in her resignation already. That said, what should we do? The KGCC's made it clear they want the infected dealt with as soon as possible. They are quite a pain in the rear, but we need them to keep stirring up the ruckus for us. You're our star performer, it's your call. Oh? That's a compliment. You know, I've always thought that I look kind of like some star out there. Ever since I dyed my hair blue. Okay, stop glaring at me like that. It's very simple. Kill a few of them. And as cruelly as possible, too. Spread the fear. I keep saying this. A more evil version of Team Rocket. If she can't take care of the likes of Wildmane, says the one who couldn't deal with Wildmane. Yeah, says the person who kept missing her shot. She wasn't even dealing with Wildmane. Wildmane didn't even know where the shots were coming from. She kept fucking missing. And she's supposed to come from, what, Victoria? Apparently, with the natural blue hair? Or was it Lifania that has the natural blue hair? I can't remember. Either way, both of them are supposed to be good with bows. At least their real-world equivalents are supposed to be good with bows. The ones left behind will come to hate Kazmierz and the KGCC even more, and things will only get more intense. So let's dump all the troublesome mess on our little platinum. Let's kill some infected. The ones who aren't knights or in the limelight. Just the perfect amount of cruelty. Like we're hunting them down. I see. So the moment your candle goes out is when you actually start casting. Even a brief moment of darkness is enough to swallow my arts whole. In that case, Perhaps you can engulf the entire arena's light with each flicker of your candle's flame? Impressive observation. There has never been a knight who saw through my arts during a duel. Is this the result of your years-long exile? Too bad then. It seems I have yet to truly make contact with you. I used to hate arts more than anything. The more outstanding my arts are, the more I am reminded of my upbringing. And the more I become to realise the situation I'm in. Tell me, Margaret Nell, the Radiant Knight, each and every knight who keeps the faith feels particularly curious about you. Tell me your answer of what it means to be a knight. Both the Radiant Knight and Candle Knight have stopped. They're cautiously sizing each other up, taking a stroll around the arena. What's the matter? Is this a tea party to the two of them? Are the two knights going to share a dance together after all that careful probing? They just start doing the salsa. Like, have you heard of the fiestas in Iberia? Oh, did you hear that? He said we could dance. Please then. Are they actually? I swear to God. Ah, okay. More of a let's dance in a fighting way, but I suppose there's what's it called? Capoeira is technically dance while fighting. I bet the viewers would increase if they started ballroom dancing or something. Honestly, yes. Like, okay, I hate to be this person. No doubt there's fans of the night that would be like, even if they're absolutely fighting each other, they'll be like, yo, I ship them. Like, I'm sorry, there's gotta be. Especially in a very capitalistic country like this, where there's constantly a need for those sorts of rumours and talks and all that. Also, that art is amazing. That is like wallpaper art. That is so cool. Like a gentle morning sun, her beaming radiance begins to extend its reach towards the candlelit darkness. Soon after, the light begins to flood the entire arena. Covered tonight is brilliant as any bright, clear day. Literally my left monitor wallpaper right now. Oh, nice. The Nil girl went this way, didn't she? Quick, find her. There's no one here. Oh, you went to the wrong place. How can that be? Well, this place is listed in a file. It's Tremorion Knight's Bar. Check if there's an attic or an exit out back. Misters, I'm afraid we're not open right now. Don't you dare. Some cultured simps in the chat. Don't you kill them, V. Not unless you want shit to really hit the fan. How about you have a guess at how many artillery casters I captured during the war all those years ago to earn my military honours? Oliver, how dare you? We're people who do not exist, therefore your lives don't matter. Shut up. The Armless Union? How about before that? Were you a robber, a bounty hunter, a veteran, or perhaps a down and out knight? Let me tell you, we aren't scared of you. You dare cross the Union even once, the Union will hunt you down to the ends of the world. It might happen today, maybe tomorrow. It might happen when you're eating, when you're sleeping, or when you're spreading marmalade on your toast. Okay, you'll have nowhere to run. Thanks for the advice. To be honest, though, the Armless ain't nearly as scary as the Vanguards. Oh, I haven't felt as good as this in years. Looks like their buddies are onto this. Sorry, Marcin, but that might be it for the shop. Oh, that's too bad. I paid 2 years worth of rent up front. Wow. I suppose that is possible if you own a business. You, what have you done? Does every AU have to learn these threats? I mean, maybe it's like their version of the Miranda rights. You know, you have to say it. Just to make sure that they have the chance to surrender. You dare resist? Form up. Ready your crossbows. The armless points his crossbow forward. The bowstring is snapped. More accurately, it's been being twisted. What? Take this. Wait, what did he do to it? Oh, it's him. Oh, does he use his arts on material? Oh, that's really cool. He can manipulate. I'm guessing he can manipulate like machinery and stuff. It's been a while since I used my arts. Guess I've gone rusty. Since when did the Armless have that many men? The KGCC's got too much money to throw around, huh? I mean, when you're the business that owns a country, you kind of would have a lot of money. That's why we wiped the floor with all of them. Watch out, the bald guys, Tremorian Marcin. The other two are campaign knights. Manipulating metal or something. Yeah, that makes quite a bit of sense. Also, wow, the bold guy. Okay. Keep 2 squads here. Keep them alive. They will be our trump card against Nell. Against Nell, rather. The rest of you, find Maria. Hey, this isn't looking good, V. You want to try begging for mercy, then? Ready? Fire. What? Who is it this time? You. What have you done to Maria? Radiance. The word radiance is starting to wear on everyone in the arena. The sun-like prismatic colours dye the area behind the radiant knight. Standing opposite her is a small candlelight that is lit anew. Then, right when the audience is starting to grow tired of finding the 2 knights in the blinding glow, a faint sphere, its rays, its halos, and all its lights blink away. Viviana, you truly are impressive. Oh yeah, if these two had like microphones or something, there's gonna be people in the crowd shipping. The way they talk to each other. Look, my light. Been swallowed whole. I'm honoured to have exhausted the Radiant Knight, but it seems you rely on more than just your dazzling arts. Coming to watch Knight fight but got blinded by the sun itself. Sun instead. Actually, yeah, now that I think about it, with all this light, isn't there actually a risk of going blind? Like, if it is the equivalent of looking up to the sun. Well, then again, with the sun, it's actually UV rays that are doing the damage, not the actual light. So maybe this art doesn't come with UV light. I don't know, maybe we should get one of the vampire sarcas to come in and check. That was cruel, I'm sorry. But it seems you rely more than just your dazzling arts. With her candle sword held up high, the Candle Knight begins to steadily lower her blade. Selling sunglasses in the arena for unmentionable amounts of LMD. Honestly, yeah. It's like the baseball caps, like the actual baseball caps that you get from the arenas. They're like, why do these cost so much? These are shit. Why do these cost so much? I'll still buy it because I'm here at the at the stadium, but why is it so much? The candle's flame has extinguished, leaving behind a glistering brilliance on its milk-white cross-section. The candle, now halved, flutters down towards the earth like a feather. You've broken my blade. It seems I have lost. I, the Candle Knight Viviana Drost, admit defeat. Wow, it actually happened. Oh god, she actually won it. Thank fucking Christ. I was really worried it was not going to work out that way. The Candle Knight has conceded. I didn't hear that wrong, did I? The Candle Knight just accepted defeat. The committee has confirmed her request. So there you have it. After this excruciating, protracted duel, the winner is our young legend, the Radiant Knight. The Radiant Knight, suddenly returned from exile, has defeated her first Grand Knight opponent after an extraordinary match of the highest level. The Candle Knight may have suffered defeat, but there is no doubt she is basking in glory. The two knights are shaking hands, trading salutes. Take a good look. This scene is going to be all over the headlines in the next couple of weeks. I just love the sportsmanship of this compared to when they were doing the preliminaries, and especially when they were doing the opening for the major as well, and how just god-awfully shit the people were in it. This is actually just what it should be, what any competition should be, even if it is a blood sport. What? The Candle Knight lost? That's a couple of months' paycheck down the drain. Serves you right for not listening to me. Not that I earned much myself, but, well, this match is probably giving me some kind of eye disease down the line. Yeah. Hey, I was literally just mentioning that earlier. This scene is also going to be inspiration for certain sites and shit. Oh no. Uh-oh. To be a knight is to be the noble light that illuminates the land. Oh, sorry, I thought it was Margaret talking. Viviana, I won't comment on your background, and that matter that weighs on your mind. However, you are among the strongest knights I have ever met. That's more than enough. In the classic knight's tales, the knights always opened their hearts to each other by crossing swords. Why did I say sword? Who the fuck ever pronounces a W? Why did I say swords? Reality has proven to be less romantic. Though I've only just met you today, Margaret. Show me how far you will go. Okay. Okay. Shut up, brain. I'm looking forward to Shut up, brain. I managed to block that strike, but I still almost lost my grip on my weapon. Shit's tough. My next shot will pierce through your legs. You won't be able to run anymore. The next shot after that will pierce through your armor. My face is doing the rock look just now. God, shush. Ignore everything I said. The final shot will blow right through your chest. You'll struggle in agony for a moment before dying in the dirty, wet street. No wonder Sona told me you run as soon as I ran into the armless elite. Oh, no wonder Sona told me to run. For some reason I thought that said you to run. You've really hit it in big for someone your age. Bet the people higher up in the ladder are some of the serious monsters, eh? You'd better pray to never find out, Wildmane, we'll cover you. Get out of here. Beep beep. Alright, Justice. If that's what you say, today's not the day for us to settle the score with the Armless anyway. See you next time, Platinum. He's gone. What's that deal with explosives? There's ash everywhere. I just washed my hair. You know, I think Wild Mane and... Wild Mane? I think Wild Mane and W would get on really well. Ugh. How am I supposed to explain this? No need to explain anything. We saw all that. Oh dear. Oh, it's Evil Team Rocket. A fair number of the infected just now are part of the Pinus Sylvestris. They banded the They banded the infected together fairly quickly. Since when has the Gravel Knight... Since the Gravel Knight? What the fuck what am I doing? Why am I reading so badly? Since when has the Grand Knight territory had this many infected? If we have to play the blame game, I guess that's on both the sloppy engineering contractors and the catastrophes. That's why we need Area Zero to do its job. Oh. So Pegasus, I have a favour to ask you. Ask away. I screwed up in front of my bosses. I'm not about to object. Will you investigate this company for us? They have dealings with the Radiant Knight, and they are in Area Zero right now. Thank you for the reminder, Ringo. Gravel on the brain. I don't know why I read Grand as gravel. I think it... I don't know. I mean, she terrifies me, but I don't know why it was immediately in my head at that particular moment. We'll take over this whole thing about the infected, and this company has to do with the Radiant Knight anyway. I'd say it falls under your purview. Rhode Island. I just need to investigate? They were even gung-ho about enough to get in touch with the Grand Chamber, and it looks like this foreign company is extra greedy. If they prove beneficial to us, then they can do whatever they want. I'll even be okay if they end up solving the Radiant Knight problem with money. But this whole affair is up to the board of directors. Somebody there will come looking for you soon. No need to worry about what we think. What will you two do then? Since whenever you had the right to question the Lazarite's business. Ooh, that grumpy face. Besides though, I wouldn't dare. Now do your job. It's a candle night. Please sign this for me. These two arseholes. Candle night. Look this way, please. Oh god, he's fangirling. Hello, Merwind. You look like you're in a good mood. Did you know, Mickey? I heard that the Radiant Knight's legends as the youngest ever champion ended with her exile. She was infected and then exiled, but it wasn't until I met her 6 years later that I realised they are all tall tales. Just now, she was as radiant as the sun at high noon. Simp. Anyway. Phew. That was a pleasant meeting, Doctor. I'm sure you've gained the favour of the top brass. Those were all key members of the General Chamber of Commerce. I learned quite a few things. Yeah, do that. Actually, no, this is all thanks to you. Yeah, do that one. Although I like how the Doctor's just doing work in the background, and apparently very well. But my guess says you are seeking more than just a mutual relationship on paper, right? I'm curious. Are there many researchers familiar with the battlefields of commerce in other countries? Perhaps society is changing its necessity. Yeah. Vivi simping, yes. Your hotel isn't much further. Oh, this is pretty close to where I got my first job back then. I was just your average trader. Oh. Ugh. Step back, Doctor. An infected knight, injured from unknown causes, turns to your face with a stupefied look. I'm kind of simping for Malkovich, to be honest. Yeah, he does look kind of cute in the official attire, doesn't he? You can tell there is not a hint of anger, fear, or sorrow in this man. But you have not had the chance to truly analyze his complex emotions. Right now, he's just a burden beast being flogged. The man strenuously climbs to his feet and runs away. Oh, armless. Mr. Spokesman, this is... Who was that just now? An illegal infected. If you would like, I can send you the documents later. I apologize. Even though you are spokesman, I can't divulge more that when there is an outsider in your presence. Please, take your friend and evacuate immediately. There's been a confrontation in the neighborhood. My apologies. I hope that didn't dampen your spirits. I didn't expect we would run into trouble like that after the banquet. Can you help the infected? I'm afraid I don't have that power. For the betterment of Kazmierz. Malkovich looks silently in the direction of the infected knight ran away. There is a small alleyway from which he can hear music playing and see waves of heat wafting out of the midnight diner. The knight's blood trail extends into the distance. Like gemstones sparkling with humanity. And probably sparkling because they're actually crystallizing, but we'll talk about that another time.
I foresaw this result earlier. A perfect victory.
Weren't we going into a mission? I thought we were going into a... Okay. Wait, you're kidding me. No! No, you can't do this to me. It's taken 2 hours to do one stage and now you're going to drop a non-stage cutscene on me. You can't do this to me, it's unfair. Okay. Does power enable people to rebel against fate, or does fate inevitably draw out power within people? Yeah, fate's gonna do it to you. Yeah, okay. Oh no. Doctor, you know, you've been frowning ever since you came back from the restaurant. If you're feeling worn out, then I'd be more than glad to... I'm going to stop you right there. What do you think of Malkovich? I said it already, but a certain spokesman took the fall and resigned over the Radiant Knight incident. Malkovich was given that position in turn, but before that, he was a complete nobody. Minor player at best. Though he still has a bit of that unvarnished human touch, I don't think it will last very long in the environment he's in. Do you think Rhode Island's plan is feasible? That's a no. Let's set that aside for now. So, do you really trust me? The infiltration of the General Chamber isn't some kind of conspiracy. In the face of money and changing society, even if the KGCC did nothing, the Knights would still fall to capital. The courtesy that the Adeptus has extended to Rhode Island is almost certainly linked to the Radiant Knight. That being the case, should a person as particular as you inadvertently fail to return that courtesy, you'll be the only one to suffer. Thanks for the warning. So what are you thinking? Restless Knight is going to fight again? Yes. Based on video evidence and the testimonies from other knights, the Knights Association proved to the National Council that what happened to that infected was an exacerbation of his disease due to excessive casting. Because the cause of death was oropathy, Restless Knight was not directly responsible, so even if that's the case, then we should at least leave me. Very well. Oh, he's going to be angry now. Or maybe he's just going to self-wallow. I don't know. Oh, he's going to think of the other guy. Put me through to the Associate Justice of the National Council on a private line. The busy tone rings out twice from the phone. Markovitz suddenly flashes back to his childhood, to the copper-coloured telephone that sat on the desk of his father's study. Spokesman, have you come up with a solution? As long as Mr. Charney no longer has the evidence, it's fine, right? Of course, but as a friendly reminder, if this goes public late, we will both end up taking the blame. Therefore, the safest option is to get rid of him. You have my assurances. My assurance is that I can keep Mr. Charney muzzled. There's no need to concern yourself with my methods. Very well then, as long as you can just demonstrate your sincerity. Tomorrow, I will begin the retrial of Olmar Ingra's case. If you could do that within 7 days. Olmar Ingra will thence disappear from the Major. I will. Right. At the very least, you must prove to me that Mr. Charney truly would never betray us. Markovitz is not taking their BS and doing... Yep. Honestly, yeah. He's dealt a very difficult hand, but he's doing his best. Hello, hello. How goes the Kazmierz word pronouncing? Fortunately, they haven't really been saying much. Markovitz remembers. He remembers that bronze-coloured telephone. Telephones were not as popular back then, and cables still caused above bars, hostels, and roaring construction sites. Oh, right, yeah, so like old phone lines. Markovitz for English PM. Honestly, yes. We kind of need that right now. When it rang, it would bring joys and sorrows alike. That was life in Kazmierz. Kazmierz, rather. Life in modernity. There's one thing I hope you understand. You're provoking a spokesman. Ooh. Ooh. You know as well as I do that I'm only a stand-in. I enjoy no support among the board of directors. But that does not mean that I will abide by your butchery. The power to command the Armless Union was once in the hands of Mr. Charney, and now... Please don't mistake my intentions. I am not trying to challenge your authority. Authority? Wow, he knew how to... He really got that confidence just then. Oh, I'm actually impressed. I'm simply reminding you, make sure our future cooperation goes smoothly. After all you've said, it won't... What the hell does behoove? It won't behoove me to run amok. That would be too disastrous after all. All I need is your assurance. Olmar Ingra is just another corrupt noble, and it hardly makes sense for someone like that to get in the way of our relationship, yes? How far in the story are you, by the way? We just finished stage 4 and we're on the cutscene. The cutscene afterwards. So, before stage 5. Indeed. Then, there's nothing more for us to talk about. Oh, that was him talking, never mind. Oh, wait. Hold on, Mr. Valkovitz, please. Ooh. Playing tough. You smiled. Oh, Mr. McKee, when did you... I've never seen you smile like that before, my man. Did you need something? Naturally, the Armless Union has already received their orders, and we still have a role to play in these matters. However... Actually, never mind. Carry on with your work. Alright, Mr. McKee. I'm still not sure how I feel about Mr. McKee, because I feel like in a pinch he might do the right thing, but I'm not sure. Authority is the sweetest taste. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Malkovitz? I'm not sure. It's really weird. It's like he sort of goes back and forth. Nothing beats strolling through these streets in the evening. As long as there's no work to be done, that is. Reporting. Monique has led her team to the designated location. The target of this operation has been confirmed, and there are now about 100 infected hidden throughout the area. If Viviana said to destroy the government, he probably would do it, but that is true. Score whatever kills you can. As I said before, the pay is determined by headcount. Same old rules apply, no friendly fire. Yes, sir. Hey, we've got Armless. What? Are you kidding, right? It's the middle of cover. They wouldn't dare start a bloodbath. Not enough. What? Wasn't Wildmane supposed to distract the Armless like you wanted? But it's not enough. Did we overlook something? Prepare for the worst, Bartooth. Don't underestimate the Armless. That closing of the eyes before speaking, that was a... okay, I'm gonna have to help them. They need a rule for no friendly fire. Well, if your pay is determined on how well you do, there is an incentive to sabotage everyone else. That is capitalist society, I suppose. Run now. Calm down. What did you see? The blue bow. Huh? You're kidding. Hurry, tell the others. Spread out and run. Hide in the garbage dumps if you have to. Tell the infected civilians not to resist. They can't resist, no matter what. Now, if everyone's who they contact, Panel Sylvestris, if there's anyone to contact, rather, please hurry. True, though it would be less effective to your mission. Well, yes, but at the same time, when you think about late-stage capitalism, it's always self-sabotaging. So, like, I mean, look at the businesses now. They're constantly screwing themselves over just to try and find a quick buck, even though they're already millionaires who couldn't possibly need any more. Also, I just noticed this guy's wearing shorts with leggings. I am even more attracted. Reporting, we found 3 infected. Right, did I tell you about the offer I got from the board of directors? 300 gold for an illegal infected. Twice that for an infected knight. Damn. Oh, shush. We definitely need eye trackers for Arknights. Oh, stop. The thing is, though, my eyes would wander regardless, so I'd be worried about it looking wrong. Because even in game, I can't look people in the eye. I'm always looking down towards their chest, so I do not want to do anything wrong. Stop right there. Damn it, they found me. Each infected is worth a ticket to the major. An infected knight is worth half a good car. So, how should we deal with a special individual who isn't in that price schedule? Huh? How many forms of code signing have you been trained in? I think I remember how to use 3. Forget it. No need for any of that. If you see me, yes, snap my fingers. Snap your fingers or something like that. But if you see me snap my fingers, act immediately. No hesitation. Yes, sir. Alright, I'll head up and say hello. I head up to say hello. Lazarite Roy walks forward, and the street lights flicker several times. Poland, Midnight, and Curry. A blue brick road stretches forward. Not a single person in the street. There is a bench on the side of the desolate road. And upon the bench, it's a desolate person. Oh, him. Oh, this scene. I thought this was from Obscure Wanderer, not gonna lie. He's just reading. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. It would be funny if this is like, you've messed with my nieces. Prepare to die. It's just reading menacingly. Okay, they're not exactly leggings, but still. Okay. Oh, this is the best image I've ever seen. I know it's not going to happen as well, but imagine if Monique would then be on the other side. Good evening, and a wonderful night at that, yes? Did you happen to see the news? Night, it's nothing but the radiant night. This place sure is empty. I haven't seen anyone else around. I hear it hasn't been too peaceful around these parts either. Ahem. Also, look at that face. That... He's the evil boy, one of them. Anyway. What are you doing here all by yourself? If Monique would be on the other side, Karma would like to change with me. Okay, shush, Night Eater. Roy, I just finished work. Just resting here for a spell. Perfectly punchable. More like shove against the wall, but I suppose same thing. Didn't say you're wrong. Silence! My, did you only get off work just now? This late? What a workaholic. But what kind of work would you be doing out around here? The only folks around these parts are the infected, legal immigrants, and black market traffickers, right? Just waiting for someone. What are you even going to ask who I'm... sorry, never mind. Him. What? Are you even going to ask who I'm waiting for? Oh, no. Why would I? Waiting for someone, huh? Let me guess. You had a date with a beautiful lady? Just kidding. Well, but we both have our business here. I want to fluff his tail. Shove it against the wall, he said. Moment, ignore what I say. I'm afraid I have to ask you and your friend to step aside. You mind your business, I mind mine. Do you have any idea what you're saying, Muina? Was I speaking girlish? Why did that make me think of Russian Badger, you know, where Heavenly Father was like, "Who is we? Are you speaking French? You wanted to be here." Like, did I stutter? Oh, come on. If you're here, my underlings might slip up because they're so nervous. Oh, Marina, did you know, if I wanted to kill you right now, how little effort it would take? Roy slowly lifts his hand. In the dark, an armless Union assassin waits, poised to strike. Though perhaps nothing than a faulty premonition, the masters of hiding in the shadows always feel the most prone to being seen. Marina know. They begin to pray, praying that Roy would not give any signals. So Chad, that his assassins are scared. I mean, honestly, that's just what you need to be. You need to be scary to the people who want to kill you. Hmm? Who? Oh, interesting. Not what I was expecting. A white-horned Sarkaz with a sword. It really was a beautiful... Oh, it really was a beautiful lady, eh? Am I late? No. I don't know why I'm finding this so funny. There's just something I really like about this. Oh, and the way she's doing the thing with her legs as well, like really posh, ladylike sort of thing. And then of course there's Roy, just whatever the fuck he's doing. Oh, okay. Quiet night. The picture is funny and menacing at the same time. Shining is overkill. Fucking hell, talk already. What are you looking at me for? I dare you check her Coral Coast outfit later. Oh, I'm definitely going to need to do that. Now, Karma would most definitely change with Myrna. Yeah, okay, I admit. I'm a medic, but... his face is so punchable, but at the same time, I'm not going to say it. What are you looking at me for? Do your job, Roy. Roy's eyes meet with those the Sarkaz for a moment. There is only one thing on his mind. How to strike up a conversation later without embarrassing himself too much. Face palmed. Oh, damn it, Roy. Does she look like she'd be even remotely interested? I suddenly had a change of heart. It turns out it'll rain later tonight, and I happen to forget my umbrella. But should I take this as evidence that the Noel family intends to shelter the infected? I heard the face palm. Okay, I'm glad the microphone picked it up. Because it really hurt my forehead as well, Jesus. Or maybe it's just Roy giving me the headache. Take it however you would like. You can see the bags under his eyes. I wonder if he finished reading the newspaper by now. You. Margaret won again. You ought to stop her. Forgive me. But if that is what she wills, then I will support her. I will be her pillar. You? You're a Sarkaz. As for the infected situation, I assume you already contacted Rhode Island. Your assistance is appreciated. The Armless Union is a powerful enemy. If he insisted on slaughtering every infected hiding in this area, I fear we would be powerless to stop him. I just wanted to sit here. Nothing more. He is exactly like the way you play him in the game. He will do fuck all until you make him do something. If you want to know what Margaret has been through the last few years, I'm willing to tell you what I know. Of course, if you prefer to ask her yourself. I don't care. I already understand. From the look in her eyes. Ooh, he's being obvious. He's being honest there, rather. Her mother and father, and even me in the past, all embraced that era of resplendence and glory. You are her true family. You already know everything you need to know. From now on, I won't be lifting even a finger. You can tell Margaret and that Rhode Island. Tell them beneath the glory-gilded exterior of the Grand Knight territory, the extent of the rot on the inside. And when the skill ends, my shift done, don't do overtime. Honestly, yeah. But a more practical suggestion I have is to leave the Grand Knight territory as soon as possible. Leave Kazmierz. Try your best to leave this entire era behind. That's probably one of the few right choices anyone can make. Is that what he does? Does he end up leaving Kazmierz? Is that what happens in Obscure Wanderer? I mean, I know I was around for the event and I did play the stages, but I didn't actually read the story because I wanted to do these first. Although I think the story is now in the archives, so I can read it afterwards. And Obscure Wanderer is a sequel, yeah. What a complicated person you are. You, stay away from me. Damn it, are you with the Armorless? You... No, you're not. You're... Sarkaz? Who are you? I come in peace. The Armorless Union has already left. What are you talking about? Wait, isn't that the bloke in the animated trailer? With the little girl? Or does he just look like him? Just now the Sarkaz blocked the Armorless. Just who are you? How do you have the guts to stand against them? I am a physician for the infected. A Sarkaz who claims to treat the infected. What? I think that's a generic sprite. Oh, okay. It's so crazy, I can almost believe it. Fine then. So, what do you want? Kazmierz has the means to provide medical treatment to the infected. That being the case, why do you still hide here, within the cracks of the city? You're not from Kazmierz? No, this is something that even most people from Kazmierz wouldn't know. Wait, you said you're a physician for the infected. You're from Area Zero? I'm from a pharmaceutical company. This Area Zero that you mentioned, is that the place that shelters the infected? The Adeptus, Kazmierz has funded the establishment of a clinic hub specifically for the examination and treatment of infected knights. Shining is in no hurry to finish her sentence. In the eyes of the infected in front of her, she sees doubt, mistrust towards her, fear, and the slightest glimmer of hope. You really aren't from Kazmierz. But that makes sense. They also hate the Sarkaz here. Ugh, sorry. That's just how things are. Do you treat infected over there? Yes. Don't you think it's strange? Such a big, noble platform has practically become a cage for the infected knights. You know the infected knights are examined and treated there, but they also live there. It's as if existing that like that can be called living at all. Alright. It seems you outsiders don't even know this much. But if all the infected were to live there, then there's not enough space, right? Those infected who can still make money will step back into the arena, or carry on finding whatever odd jobs they can. Those who can't become knights, they'll be sent off to do some iffy work, mining, transporting, all the dangerous environments. And if you get hurt, you can't even do that kind of manual labour. Take a guess, outsider. Where do you think those infected from Area Zero end up? You may think it's a hospital, and the knights may think it's a prison, but let me tell you, it's neither. The infected are shipped there, washed of their dignity, stripped of their basic worth, and finally sent to the cutting boards to be culled. What you're looking at, Sarkaz, is a glorified slaughterhouse. Okay, not too long. Also, I am now going to do what I was asked to do.
Ohayo, Doctor.
Apparently she's got a... Huh. Interesting. Is that the lighting, or is her hair blonde in this version? She's it. Anyway. So many doctors lost money for it, I'll let you know. Might be the lighting, okay. Honestly, not biggest fan of the summer shining. I mean, as far as Coral Coast is concerned, it's not the best one I've seen either. But it is a really nice artwork. I love the background. Check her stats in the info. Okay. Shining, female, 7 years. Kazdel, October 7th. Sarkaz, 175 centimeters. Which is about the same height as me. Alright, let's see. Physical strength, standard. Mobility, normal. Resilience, standard. Let's call it Kuman, normal. Combat skill, excellent. Originium arts simulation, outstanding. Infection status, non-infected as confirmed by medical report. As the Sarkaz, not being infected is both a blessing and a curse. Interesting. Oh god, I've got a lot here to read. I'll probably do that later. Wow, there is a lot. Of course, because I've been using it for pretty much the entire time. Oh yeah, 200%. Yeah, I've been using it the entire time. Medic and law, yeah. Anyway, back into... Oh, yes, we get it. We actually get the thing. Do we keep it? And then after work, uninvited guests. Oh, wow, we get the whole thing. Okay, still a few locked ones. Read the lore later. Oh yeah, I definitely plan to read the lore for all of the characters. It's just taken me so long. Ooh. Okay, Night Crest. What's the Night Crest in this? Oh, these things. I'm a healer, but... Oh, Steward. And Ansel. Okay, we've got a part of the high school squad. These rogue knights aren't the friendliest, so try not to disturb them if possible. Beware, when you have visibility over an area, the enemies there will be alerted, regardless of whether they were illuminated or seen by the naked eye. Oh. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Oh, that is a lot of damage. Come on, give me Ansel already. The fighting is getting attention, and enemies have appeared on the other side. But we can't see what's going on over there. What do we do? My arts should help. This is a Night Crest, condensed form of Originium art. It can be used to cast... It can be used to cast... There we go, I get the word eventually. A faint aura of light, allowing you to gain visibility. Okay, nice. Oh. Nell is a healing defender. Oh, right, okay. The Night Crest lasts for a long time, even if the operator on it retreats. Its aura will still persist. Oh, but where do I want to put...
They probably won't make it to tomorrow.
Oh, I can't put them down. Okay, never mind. Oh, I can.
Understood. Down you go.
What are you?
There we go.
Ready to heal.
Down you go. Freeze! Gladly.
No, not you. Oh, it's only defense.
Freeze!
Nice.
A perfect victory. Good work, everyone.
Yeah. Okay, do I actually have time? 2 hours... I could possibly make this. Alright, healing tiles. Not the nicest of areas here. Okay. Think I can do this with them. Still Elite 1, okay, that's fine. Oh, it's these fucks again. Ugh. Ugh. Report. The withered knight is displaying rejection symptoms after the injection. No, we didn't observe similar reactions to the other knights. The pharmacists think it could be an allergic reaction that occurs in Sarkaz. Oh, no. Are these two going to be fighting in the actual stage? Oh no. What? That's a waste. It's almost as concentrated as the restoration gels they sell in the stores as it is. This stuff is fixing armor, and they're human. If we keep injecting this into their bodies, we'll end up causing irreparable damage to their brains. Okay, I understand. They're Sarkaz, not human. Bruh. You heard them. Increase the concentration by another 0.3%. We'll find out the Sarkaz limit. Oh, there he is. I wonder if he takes the mask off. What are you? You, Knight Thmora, must die. The young Knight Thmora lets out a long sigh. He looks up to find the familiar night sky has been dispelled by bright lights of a city. Is this, too, a symbol of civilization's advancement? Is Kazmierz conquering the night sky with its bright neon lights? He finds himself stuck with a sense of melancholy. Hey, Maria. Thank goodness you're okay. Zofia? Please, don't cry. I'm glad you're alright, Maria. How were we supposed to face old Nell if something happened to you? Not that we can face him the way things are now. You're not that old. What are you talking about? Sophia, could you let me go, please? Alright. Sorry to interrupt this exemplary show of sisterly love, but it seems Margaret is missing. When did you... I've been here since the hugging. Who are you again? Oh, this guy helped me out just now. It's you! You're... A case of mistaken identity, old knight. Wow, he actually shut up. That's surprising. So, where is Margaret? After all that ruckus, is the insensitive Radiant Knight still going to carry on with the Major, foolhardy as she is? I don't know if we should tell her. The Armless Union isn't going to give up so easily. They'll attack again sooner or later. You're all in danger. But telling Margaret is exactly what they want us to do. This is the Grand Knight territory. There's nowhere to run. They'll always find you. These are different times, not like before. The General Chamber of Commerce is growing even as we speak. This is for your own safety, Maria. We have to tell Margaret. Is that really going to solve anything? Are they really going to give up just because she pulls out of the Major? Do the knights clinging to life in the city have no way out left? What am I thinking? It's not a bad thing to be so lost in thought, as long as you're not like a certain someone, anyway. Okay, if Margaret isn't here, I still have something else to attend to. Cheerio. Hold on, what are you... Here. Let him go. Don't ask anymore. It's okay. Alright then. I owe you for saving Maria, though. If there's anything we can do to help, let us know. Right. Your attack glanced to the side, Maria. Your balance was off. And you were a little too slow, too. Seems like this is an emotional problem, though. And I can't pretend I know how girls work. Is it an emotional problem? Knights don't fight on the battlefield. You won't be getting very far on borrowed ideals alone. On Visarius? Seriously? The name just gives me chills. If you're going to question that, try Darksteel. I'll pass. He's a Sarkaz too, isn't he? Something like a legendary mercenary? Sarkaz from Kazdel, the Radiant Knight, and this Rhode Island. Interesting. Interesting, and also in the way. We have to deal with both the board and the Knights Association. We have to take care of the infected so discreetly. And we even have to be careful and cautious about it. When will all this be over? Soon. Right. Soon. But Darksteel doesn't step up. Doesn't that mean we'll have to take care of all this dirty work ourselves? Wait. Let's show some mercy. Why not? They lost. I have the right to do whatever I want with them. They are my kin. I can't bear to see my kin end up like this in Kazmierz. Let me take care of them. Now I realise the amount of moving parts and parties in this. Honestly, yeah, it is a very big, convoluted spiderweb. It seems like nothing is going in favour for the Armorless at this time. That's why I keep comparing them to Team Rocket. It's like it always just doesn't work for them. Also, hello, now Milo. Your kin. These filthy creatures don't deserve to be my war prize. I'll break one arm for each their punishment. I'll break one arm each for their punishment. Take them away, eyesores. Take away the eyesores. Ah, that's it? I thought we'd have to fight to come to an agreement. Hey now. Keep your blade where it is. Forget I said anything. Reigning victorious over the Candle Knight, the Radiant Knight is making huge waves in both the media and on the intercity net. Furthermore, citizens are trembling in fear with infected terrorism on the rise across the Grand Knight territory. Area Zero's officer in charge and the General Chamber of Commerce spokesman have announced they will hold a press conference in the upcoming days. Anyway, that's about the size of it, Doctor, Miss Amia. I'm afraid things aren't very calm in Area Zero these days. And the infected are taking the fall for the uprisings that happened the other day. These are extraordinary circumstances. We don't want to put but we don't want to put a stop to the sheltering and the medical treatment just because of this. Please avoid wandering around town for the next couple of days. Very sorry. Doctor, the news. It's not 100% false, unfortunately. The infected have actually been making a lot of noise, especially after the Radiant Knight defeated the Candle Knight. We had 11 cases of violence just yesterday. Gossip is a fearful thing and the media knows that best. Yep, just look at Fox News. Apparently some of the board members were assaulted. Oh, there are even protests going on. Just hope it won't affect the Knights. That Lady Knight yesterday said she'd buy toys for her siblings with her winnings. Then, does that mean Nell is... Ugh, God. I'm not even going to give these people a voice. What's going on here? I just got out of my meeting. How did things get so out of hand? Hmm? Look at that city block over there. Isn't that the infected shelter treatment center? The protests let up a little already. It was way worse this afternoon. They had a huge banner too. Do you need something? The Radiant Knight. Do you know why those infected dare to do this out in the open? They're committing terrorist attacks all over the city, dragging innocent citizens into the fray. You know where they got their courage to do this? It was you. And it was you and the Blood Knight. It was you infected knights who gave them the right to resist. I know you're no villain, champion. I even used to be a fan of yours. But by staying in the Major, you're only giving the infected false hope. False hope that they can change the status quo. At least it ain't like Reunion. Well, I mean, as long as they avoid the citizen killing thing, well, civilian killing thing rather, I wouldn't mind if they were like Reunion. I mean, technically we are here to topple a government. Or at least some of the characters here are here to topple a government, so, you know, it wouldn't be too bad. You do well to keep your nose clean, Radiant Knight. Don't end up regretting your actions. Wouldn't miss any of the protesters. Exactly. What's the matter, Nell? You don't look like a knight who just won a match. No. Nell? If there's something on your mind, tell us. Right. I'm just thinking about the infected. About that, we have another lead. Amir knows already, though there's no doubt that someone is behind all this. But you don't need to worry about that right now. Trust me, and trust Rhode Island. Alright. Keep your light shining bright. And worry about nothing else, Nell. At the same time, please don't push yourself either. You're strong, but your exhaustion is building up. Try to take it easier once in a while. Kazmierz is my home. I'm very happy to see Maria all grown up and aiming to become a knight. And that Sophia and old Marcin are both doing well. But right this moment, I feel more relieved that you two are here by my side. Are we your family too, Nell? It's hard to say, Liz. It'll be some time before winter comes, but it still gets pretty chilly at night here in Kazmierz. Liz, go back to Amir. We've all been worried about you ever since you left Rhode Island. I know, but that's exactly why I can't drag them into my own mess. But you're fine dragging us into it? You're free to leave now if you want. Well, well. Look at you. Our radiant knight is acting all snarky. Music. Is there a bar nearby? It used to be a row of regular old offices here. If I remember correctly, there was a publisher. The Grand Knight territory wasn't this big, but the past couple of decades, every time there was a major, the Grand Knight territory would pick out 3 cities to dock with another round after a round of competitive bidding. The Cover Alliance. The city's changing, and even though this is my home, it feels a little foreign. You haven't been back for very long yet, Nell. And you dove straight into the Kazmierz Major right away. You chose to throw yourself into your ideals. You haven't started living a new, proper life here just yet. I will sooner or later, but now's not the time. You must be tired. I can feel it. Should we take a walk? The night breeze might sweep away some of your exhaustion. Sure. Take my hand. Oh? Of course. How tough was the candle night? I was surprised to find a knight like her in Kazmierz these days. Actually, yeah, I'd love to know what this song is called. Nightingale has weak legs. Ah, right, yeah. Forgot about that. She's strong, but her hesitation proved to be her weakness. It's too bad we couldn't face each other when she's at her best. Do you enjoy it? I used to despise night sports. No, even now I feel nothing but sorrow for the shape of Kazmierz is in. But haven't we been through a lot together? The 3 friends walk slowly down the street under the Kazmierz night sky. Far away from the loud markets and hustle and bustle, only traces of the city's warmth can be felt in this alley. The warmth comes from liquor and song, as well as the aroma of baked goods that yet lingers as pedestrians come and go. This doesn't change what we need to do. And that's even if, after everything has come to pass, my journey is destined to be ridiculed. Like wings taking flight in the night breeze. Like a traveller with a heart full of dreams. The knight sets out on her journey, in search of true love. What a beautiful voice. Maybe it's a wandering singer. Is there a place so romantic in Kazmierz too? It's proof that there are people who live here. Fate as fragile as cornflower. Face a test fierce as windstorms. Liz, would you care to dance? Huh? Me? What? It's fine. Take my hand. Alright. Oh, this is the beautiful image. Oh, slow down, no. Alright. The bluebird takes flight in the gentle night sky. It dances amongst the glowing neon towers and navigates through a gently flowing river of time. Taking the Sarkaz's hand, the knight waltzes back and forth under the dim lamplights. The sight is reminiscent of the noblest statues around some noblest statues found in Laterano. You're beautiful, Liz. Really? Perhaps you will actually be able to dance one day. When that day comes, will you be there by our side? Of course. The knight stops and kneels down before the Lady of the Lamp. I promise, Liz. We'll be waiting now. At the end of your journey, before the light burns out, we'll be there with you. When the time comes, if... No? Good evening, Radiant Knight, and the lovely Sarkaz ladies. I'm absolutely delighted to see you again so soon. Why did he have to ruin this scene?
Hunting 始める. I can see their souls. They're mine to reap.
悪くない位置取りだね。
ついてきて。
Ew. This is going to be awkward.
Here I come. The opponent.
Shit. Oh, that was lucky timing.
There we go. Apple pie.
Oh.
できるかな。
Okay, I need to be careful with this. Hopefully they don't spawn right now and I can still put down another person. Okay, I can.
The opponent.
So when you say the last deployed, does it matter where they were deployed, or they only target whoever was last deployed? Or is it whoever was last deployed within their range? Okay, it really is, yep, okay, it really is last deployed. Okay, good thing I put her down.
もうちょっとで僕に勝てるかもしれないよ。
That was convenient. That was actually quite convenient. It's a good thing I put down the, they can be as global as they want. She's not going to yield. That might be a problem though.
私ならここに引っかかったら声を上げてもいいよ。我慢しないで。Fight me!
Unfortunately, I can't really drop anyone else down now. Yeah, okay, this is fine.
僕に勝てるかもしれないよ
They literally are Team Rocket. They're Team Rocket. Yep, there we go. Team Rocket's blasting off again. It helps that I literally had like the biggest health defender.
Mission accomplished.
Oh, is she still on S1? I did put her into S2, but I guess it's... Okay, I don't know. You won't be laughing in S stage. Well, yes, but we'll burn that bridge when we get there. I was wondering why you would have that immobile sarcasm along with you. Now I know. Monique? I'm not sure I get it. Then shut your mouth and stop embarrassing yourself. Literally Team Rocket. The Armless Union, is it? What do you want? First things first, please allow me to apologize to the Radiant Knight. That is, for the Armless Union's kidnapping of your sister, Maria. Hey. Hold your beasties. It wasn't my doing. You wretched henchman. Maria should have already made it home safe. Relax. We had no more tricks to pull on you. We have, rather. And suppose we were going to do anything else, we would have gone for less perfect results. We at the Armless Union are just doing our jobs. Even if it's not exactly what we want to do. We've got eyes on us from above. You know what I mean. You're attacking the infected. That's how the bosses arranged things. Don't lay the blame on us. Yeah, but you're the one doing it, moron. The cause doesn't clear you of your crimes. I guess you're right. But isn't that why we're paying you a visit today? We have nothing to say to each other. If it is a fight you want, it is a fight you'll get. Hey now, let's cool our tempers, shall we? I'll be frank. No, you're Roy. We want to shake off the General Chamber of Commerce. I don't believe you. I don't believe you in the slightest. I don't believe you're going to be against them. What? We're here today to make this clear. We're on different sides. I mean, we still belong to the Chamber. But would you be willing to sign a peace treaty with us? You, the Radiant Knight, the Nell family and its subordinates, as well as Rhode Island, I'm helping you all refrain from getting in the way of our plans. In return, the Armless Union won't interfere with your quest for glory or lay a finger on anyone that's got anything to do with you. What about the infected? Sorry, but we can't possibly do everything either. The infected are a threat to us. Not to worry though. We have a use for those infected knights too. Take the fall for you. Heh. Read you like a fucking book. Actually, no, that's unfair to books. Books are quite difficult to read, especially for people like me with, you know, dyslexia. You're more like a comic book with very big letters in the speech bubbles. That's not what I want, Armless Union. What is the Armless Union? Long ago, the local farmers and affiniates pulled together and hired a group of veteran assassins to stand up to an indulgent knight noble. You mean a children's picture book? Even that is a little bit too much credit. But they all failed. Every last one of them. The knight hangs the traitors atop his castle. To make an example of them, the villagers in the territory could only keep their mouths shut, give up their fight. Sometime after that, however, there was an archer who took matters into his own hands. Back then, everyone figured that bows and arrows were no match for a Karanta knight's speed. They weren't really holding their breath. It's literally Robin Hood. Also, hello, Kaida. That's fine. Yet, when the cruel knight's family awoke the next morning, they found the knight impaled through the ground by a long spear, mid-charge, his head still looking up. When the crowd got closer, they realised it wasn't a spear at all. It was an arrow forged by dark steel. Dark steel, the very first member of the Armless Union. I am very well aware that we're hired killers, but nonetheless, legends like these aren't always without merit. Now, above you. The Radiant Knight lifts her head. The streets are only barely lit, and the stars on the night sky were twinkling brilliantly. Okay, so they can see stars. Among them, a lone shooting star twinkles a few times before straying from the rest of the meteorite shower's path. It falls straight to the ground. An arrow? Break it. Roger. Huh? Liz, watch out. No lie, both struck at the same time and it didn't break? Are you two okay? I'm fine. What was that just now? Margaret looks to her side in silence. There is a pitch-black arrow, long as a spear, burrowed into the concrete. Impressive. I've never seen anyone react to Darksteel's shots in time, much less dodge them. Your swordsmanship is impressive, as the rumours say, Radiant Knight. That was an eye-popping maneuver from the Confessarius too. Luckily, the arrow is not life-deadly. I mean, it's an arrow. It's fucking obvious it's going to be life-deadly. Is that the smell of souls, Sarkaz? I never expected to see such fine swordsmanship and arts from a doctor like you. Save it. So much for your peace treaty. I'm sure you know already, but that shot wasn't meant to take your lives. Sarkaz sitting over there would be thoroughly dead otherwise. So now that we've broken the ice, please do give our proposal some thought. I hope you understand that one shot just now, but the Armless Union isn't begging on bended knee. There are 3 Darksteels. How many of their arrows can you dodge? Stop right there. The Armless Union members' figures disappear into the gap between the neon signs and the moonlight. All that remains is the reverberating jazz music. Dark steel, a metal with an obsidian-like luster, very heavy. It came falling down from the night sky, just as the name implies. From the night sky? Night sky. The Radiant Knight looks up again. There are twinkling stars everywhere, seemingly ready to strike down and ambush them at any moment. This arrow, he must have shot it from far away. It was the high slope of the trajectory that made it seem like it was falling from the sky. Wow, someone got a English longbow. That makes no sense. The Armless Union and Darksteel, if everything's like the smooth-tongued guy said, they were the origins of the term Armless Union. These assassins might have their eyes on our heads right at this moment. You're right. We need to be more alert. This is Kazmierz, after all. It's the fortress of their crimes. Markovitz. What's the matter, Mr. Mickey? It seems like you've lightened up a lot the past couple of days. Did something happen? No, I just figured out what it is I should be doing. Oh yes? I heard you have a close relationship with Rhode Island Pharmaceuticals, and that you've even arranged for their leaders to meet with a few of our other corporations the other day, rather. That's true. Is there a problem? I'm sure you know, but public opinion on the infected has been getting out of hand. We'll have to do something sooner or later. Rhode Island is one of the few foreign companies that operate in Area Zero, but they have the Adeptus support nonetheless. We must treat Rhode Island seriously. Actually, a few of the executives have already made it clear they want us to investigate and make sure they're dealt with. Dealt with, huh? There are certain secrets about Area Zero that we can't let an outsider uncover. We're deploying the Armless Union here, and the responsible party will again be given the Platinum's commander. The Armless Union? However, I also proposed to the boards that they put you in charge of this. McKee, thank you. Don't mention it. I'm hoping your relationship with Rhode Island will keep things simple. When you do business in Kazmierz, you have to play by Kazmierz's rules. I understand. Another thing, please make sure word doesn't get out on this whole affair, lest things turn dangerous. Even though Platinum and most of the Armless Union are still under control, there remains a problem with the Armless Union's internal affairs. A huge problem. Yeah, Team Rocket are fucking screw-ups. Hmm? Uh-oh. Doctor, spacing out again? Are you bored? Lately, a lot of people here in the Grand Knight territory are boycotting the infected knights. If it weren't for that, I would have loved to take a stroll around town with you. Amir is under a lot of pressure. Well, but of course. I find myself wondering, what is your company trying to do here in Kazmierz? Oh god, why is that tiny words? Closure's always complaining that we're in the red. We had to think of something. Okay. Nell also told us there are a lot of people here who need help. I asked her what her plan was. I decided to give her my full support, and so did Amir. I love how Karma is more scared of gravel instead of the hidden assassins that shoot. Well, see, something trying to kill you isn't as scary as whatever the hell it is that she does. That's why we're here. That's a pretty unsurprising answer. Though, in the past, I would have thought it an excuse. I guess the Radiant Knight has pretty high standards at Rhode Island. I'm so jealous. You turned a blind eye to the Radiant Knight's title and status, treating her only as a person, and you still respect her nonetheless. What about everyone else at Rhode Island? Do they have your respect too? If so, I think I'm a little curious about this place now. Doctor, I was sold as a slave to Kazmierz ever since my master taught me to be ready to give my life for others. Even now, I am ready to die for you, you know? Because you're asked to be my bodyguard, because it's an order from the Adeptus, yeah. That's how campaign knights are trained. That's why the Radiant Knight's actions feel somewhat distant to me. I just realized she has the... Why am I only just realizing she has a literal barcode on her? And just as I said that, there's Christmas in chat with the same thing, barcode. God's sake. That's just... Anyway. Do you think it's a noble thing to give your life for somebody else's ideals? Yeah. What if that person's ideal is to give their own life for someone else? What would that get us in the end? Better world. As long as it's something better, I'd call it a win. Someone scanned it? I don't think the detail is good enough to do an actual scan. Although it would be clever of Hypergriff, or at the very least the artist, who made it to actually have a thing for it. That's a naive way of thinking. It's nothing like how sharp you were when dealing with the KGCC. Hey, Gravel. What is it? If you don't think I'm worthy of your sacrifice, then don't make it. How could you say that? Are you doubting my loyalty? If you think I am worthy of your sacrifice, then live on for others. You're a brilliant knight, and you're a partner of Rhode Island. You're free. He's just been doing a lot of work in the background. What's on your mind? Nothing, it's just... It's been a while since I last saw Darksteel make a move. When was it? You weren't a Lazarite yet. It was when we took care of the last platinum. Oh, in the Pinus story, she wasn't a Lazarite in that yet. Okay, interesting. That platinum was Centuria's master, or something like that, I guess. It was raining that day. The time was 4:47 PM, and I was just about to go on a business trip to another city. I was the only Lazarite at the time, and I got a call all of a sudden. They told me that Platinum betrayed us, and I had to take him out immediately. Yeah, remember when Nell left Rhode Island to avoid getting them involved? Yeah, Rhode Island kind of has a way of just, you know, not doing that sort of thing. So, did you kill your co-worker with your own two hands? Nope. If I'd done that, I'm not sure I'd ever get a decent night's sleep ever again. Actually, by the time we made it there, it was an unfinished building. The whole third floor was wrecked, and the traitor was nailed to a wall high above the ground, with one of Darksteel's heavy arrows pierced straight through his chest. Now, I may be an amateur when it comes to on-site investigation, but I can tell that Platinum tried to run away, only to get shot through the chest by the arrow mid-air, and pinned to the wall like that. I was standing right under the wall, and the poor guy who fell in love with his target... and the poor guy who fell in love with his target and tried to betray us was nailed there right above me. I can still see it in my mind. I'd never see a wall as white as that. And he looked like he really suffered. Hello, Cat. Only an idiot would be fooled by somebody spouting freedom and platitudes. They don't understand what it actually means to survive. It's me. Are they finally making their move? Final Sylvestris, huh? Right. They're very cautious, but they couldn't hold back any longer. Streaming late for a work night. It's not 11 yet. I mean, we've had those infected boycott protests for the last 2 days. It's ironic. I'm not even sure who's the victim here anymore. Another phone call? Does it ever stop? Hello? Why didn't you position yourself at the specified coordinates? The Confessarius and the Radiant Knight wouldn't have blocked that arrow. Oh. Wait, did he deliberately do that then? So that they wouldn't take her out? You had them face north. They saw my arrow in time. I could have killed the Sarkaz sitting on the chair, at least. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I can't just laugh this one off, eh? That was my quick thinking, boss. The Radiant Knight's a stubborn one. If you kill one of her friends, you'll just end up provoking her. If she'd lost her cool, I don't see why we shouldn't have. That would have been too dangerous, boss. Sorry, for only cluing you in after the fact. I think the threat level we're at is just right. Let's not overdo it. Trust me, the Radiant Knight won't get in your way. By the way, may I ask, how are things going right now? The board will figure this out soon. But no matter, when the city is paralysed by the infected, I will end the last of the insiders personally. And then no one alive will know the identities of the Armorless Union's highest ranking members. In position. Loud and clear. All ready. Yeah, we can do this. Sona, the backup power's kicking in way too fast. They might have improved their emergency measures. Please be careful. You're saying I should put on an even bigger show? That's right, Rodmain. Bash those Armless Union bastards' brains in. Of course, I'm ready, anytime. Ivana will ambush the Armless Union's patrol head-on. After half an hour, Ashley will ambush the supply sector. If we don't run into any surprises, the Adeptus guards will be sent away at that point. I'll infiltrate the KGCC and take what we need. Easy peasy. It's not going to be easy, we're literally only halfway through the event. Okay, let's get this started. I can help you sneak into the building. But that's all I can do for you. You'll also need somebody to keep your escape route clear. Now that's more than enough. Thanks, Toland. Don't forget what I said. What your folks are doing means much more than you can ever imagine. Now, let everyone see this city cry its size out. Ah, there we go. Ah, Jesus, that hurts my ears. Thank you, Cora. Okay. Hey. There's only 3 more apparently. At least of images. E2 Cora, yep. I think I've had a E2 for ages now. Nice. If that hurts your ears, you'll love Bubble. Oh god. Nice.
Ohayo, Doctor.
I'll take that. Okay, yep, I think that's it for today. Okay. So let me just pop out and invite stuff. Usual. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. My throat actually hurts a little. But anyway, thank you so much, guys, for sticking around. For those of you who aren't in the Discord yet or are new to the channel, I am dropping the link there in the chat. And I think that should stay in the chat even after stream when you're watching the VODs. For those of you who have gotten this far in a video, don't know why you're here, but welcome. But yeah, thank you guys so much for sticking around. It's been a really fun. This is a really fun event, not gonna lie. I really like the story in this event. 5 more days, so I think I'll probably play again tomorrow, maybe. I'm not sure yet. But I'll definitely try to. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah. So yeah, thank you for sticking around, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.